What's going on, everybody? It is Tuesday. It is Beer Day. Can we call it Beer Day? Can we rename Tuesday to Beer Day, please? I think. Wait a second. Wait a second. I'm not seeing my levels. I'm not seeing my levels. Hold on a second, guys. I'll make sure that we got our levels set properly. Everyone can hear us.
Yeah, how we sounding, chat? How we sounding marvelous, like we should.
Yeah, I can check chat, which is annoying. Normally I do always checking.
There we go. There we go. Should be able
God
to hear
damn
you
it,
now.
Flemish can do his job.
Flemish, do your job. So everybody, guess what? Tonight we are playing something that I've never played before. Therefore, I am going to play it terribly, but that's okay. That's all part of the Retro Renegades. We're not about playing great games, and we're not about playing games great. We're about drinking beer. I got my tellships. And we're about having fun playing retro games.
He never played it.
What?
Bia!
Jay, you've never played Heavenly Sword?
Never.
Whoa.
Yeah,
I never owned a PlayStation.
Because I
remember?
That's right. You didn't have a PlayStation. That's right.
That's right. So
great game.
Everyone tells me it's a great game.
I actually finished that game wholly in the store. I never bought the game. I just finished the game while playing it in the store for like 10 hours straight.
It only took Flemish 3 months to finish it because they kept kicking him out, telling him he's been at the store too long.
Is that true? Is that true, Flemish?
No, actually, I could stay in the store till like when it closes. Like nobody actually pulled me off.
No.
And I skipped school. I skipped school to play the game.
Oh wow.
I was getting bullied left and right anyway.
Right?
I don't fucking care about school.
What did you say?
I got
this is a Ninja Theory game, ain't it?
Yeah, it's a Ninja Theory game.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought I remember.
It was God of War before God of War was a thing.
Yeah. Let's say hi to some people in the chat. We got General Spartan. How you doing? We have Back from the Dead. And Killer Scorpion. What's going on, guys? Giants 907i. What's happening? Family.
What up?
Anything exciting happened in the news this week?
Yes.
Belgium actually approved the APK deal.
Did they? I never heard anything about Belgium.
Jay's class said that to me. I'm like, okay.
Because Belgium wasn't important to them.
The UK approved the ABK deal.
Yes.
That was exciting.
Yeah.
Okay, so the UK.
I heard something about that.
Is the UK Britain?
I think didn't like.
Who left? Who left?
Didn't Britain leave like the whole Europe?
So they're
they're the ones that, like,
they're independent.
So I guess
Don't get me lying, Jay. I can't keep up with that side of the world.
Yeah, I'm not. I had no fucking clue until this whole thing was going on.
Yeah,
I guess Britain thinks they got these big old bridges.
No,
They can make up a bunch of bullshit and try and control their own shit.
Well, the government said that they're not part of like their own organization, so.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't really have any clue on their whole how their shit is gone. Besides the CMA looks like a bunch of fucking morons and got some explaining to do. So there you go.
Especially with more people than not wanting the deal to go through. It's not looking good, so.
Yeah.
I think Microsoft's gonna get their way. Imagine letting what the shitheads as a CMA hold up a fucking $1 billion deal like that between two American companies. I'd be like, go fuck off. Go fuck yourself.
Right.
Did you guys hear Clowns? He was on Lemon's pop-up show yesterday.
I heard.
And Clowns was like spewing some facts. But he was making some points to say that the UK is maybe not as important as they think they are to Microsoft.
And he was also also had those points on Twitter too. He was saying those even before this show. He was talking about.
Well, what was the thing he said in the DM today? That Microsoft makes more money or something. I don't remember now. I'll have to go back and read it.
Right? Yeah. Something like I know. Yeah. Yeah. He said something like that. Yeah. Like you guys are both saying, Clowns was spitting the facts. and or as Lemon would say, facts.
He said Microsoft's income is more than half of the GDP of the UK. That's fucking nuts.
Yeah. So yeah. No, that was that Lemon had a good show yesterday. That was good. He had Ham on there, and he had
Ham on the bone.
and King David.
What's up? I'm sorry for being late.
Damn! Speaking of which, yeah.
Oh my God! See, that's what happens.
David?
That's what
Damn,
happens,
that was
Dougie.
crazy. I said that. He showed up.
Dougie, when you say his name, he shows up and grants wishes.
That
Like
was,
Candyman.
that was awesome. That was such good timing.
That was the best timing you could.
Want to
Welcome
thank
to the show.
for King David for showing up to the Retro Renegades. It's been a long time coming. We've been talking about it for a while, and well, it's no time is better than the present. So thank you for showing up.
Definitely.
I hope you brought your beer. Hope you brought something to
yes.
drink.
Well, I do have something to drink,
That's good.
and I'm slightly eating because this is the time. Like I said, I get home, pick up my wife, eat my dinner, and I go to bed right after.
Right.
And Graphic God knows that he's my guy, and I told him last week I'll definitely be on. And he's working on a really vital project for me. So my man goes all out for me. I'll go all out for him.
That's
No.
awesome.
And I told him he got me for 2 topics. So I'll definitely try to do my best.
But see, there's the scary part, King. We don't have topics on the show. We are like what are those people called when you go on the stage and you have a rap battle, but you have no material prepared?
Improv.
Fluffer.
That's what we are.
Well, there's nothing wrong with improv, but at the same time, in the improv, you pick a topic, right? And I guess we could talk about the EU passing Microsoft's deal.
I don't know anything about this. What is this? What is this news you're talking
no
I
about?
haven't heard.
It's just only the biggest thing that's been happening to Xbox at this time, and to see how Satya Nadella his words today.
That was cool, right? Yeah.
Yes, because the questions that was asked him was, do you see a world in which you get approval from other places and the game is sold other places but not sold in the UK? And he's not let's not put the cart in front of the horse. Let's let it play out. Let's see.
Play out.
Because they have leverage now.
I mean, that was Satya Nadella's polite way of saying "fuck around and find out."
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Yeah. Fuck around.
Yeah.
Wait, not be around.
Yeah.
Fuck us.
And it sucks, but I always say for UK people, and you guys that are down with the deal, that want the deal to go through, who have Game Pass and all that other stuff, just regionally change your box location.
Yeah.
And that's it. And you'll show the UK exactly what you thought about the deal.
I want to ask people in the chat to let us know how loud the gameplay is. If it's too loud, I can change her up. I don't want to make sure that I'm not blasting in your ears. So, King, you've never been here before. What we do, we play retro games. I'm playing Heavenly Sword right now.
Oh, I love that game.
Yeah. And of course, we're drinking
never
beer.
played it.
I've never played it in my life,
Never played it.
so I'll probably play it poorly. That's okay. That's the whole point of this. The show is not about playing games well. It's about having fun, drinking beer, and shooting the shit.
You played Enslaved. You played Enslaved all
Yes.
the way to the west, right?
Yes, and I love that game.
Well, you have no problem with it, Heavenly Sword.
Well, although Flamish tells me that the QuickTime events are really tough.
That's fine. I
Did
thought
you play? Did you play and beat Rise on the Rome?
Yes, twice.
You shouldn't have a problem. You shouldn't
no
have.
problem with that
Yeah.
game.
Okay.
Also, Jay, like the quick time events are later on. Like you'll probably not even get there before the 2-hour mark.
Okay. Okay.
They're
Awesome
somewhere
chat
around that
here.
time.
Got for the fastback. Pray not
Fastback!
Phasma. John 907I. And we
Now-
saw back.
Good fastback.
Fastback. I can't answer that question. This is a family show.
Thank you everybody for joining us so far. That's
Yes, we appreciate everybody who shows up. We're just here to have fun, play some games, drink some beer, and shoot the shit.
Ooh.
That's what we're
Yeah.
doing.
Oh yeah.
So actually, since it's the topic on hand, we don't normally have topics, but since King's here, I'm going to make an exception.
Thank you,
Yeah.
sir. I don't have the camera on. Let's go.
Oh, so hold on. Before we go into the topic, Jay, does that mean we're now this episode a podcast?
Don't you dare say that word.
Landis, what are you doing, dude? Come on.
What are you doing? You're jinxing us, dude.
Come on.
Dr. Vodka, what's up?
What's up, Dr. Vodka?
Dr. Vodka.
The doctor in the house? Appreciate all you guys.
Continue, Jay. What were you saying?
Yeah, sorry, man.
I don't even know what I was saying. I was saying that since David's here and we don't normally have him, that we're actually going to try to do some topics today, and we're gonna let's just talk about the topic on hand because it's on everyone's mind, and it's good to get everyone's opinions. I know that King, you may be getting tired of talking about the same subject over and over. So I know you're on Lemon Show yesterday, and there was a lot of.
That was a great show.
It was great.
Yeah, it was a great
and
Thank you.
And I'm not as articulate as Clowns is, because Clowns seems to know his shit about what's going on in the UK. But
Hell yeah, he does.
what?
Yeah,
Give me your opinion on. Do you think Microsoft needs the UK?
No, hell no. That's the problem. Everybody thinks they're valuable until they find out that they're not.
Right.
For a very long time, I used to do this thing called importing.
Right.
And
Right.
I will get my games that will come out in Japan, and they weren't here in the U.S. yet. And sometimes I would get my consoles a whole year before they came out here, and that was a way for me to circumvent the system. If you don't want to do date and date across the world, global launch is a huge thing. So whatever console was ever the first global launch, that was smart because you circumvented the import dollars. That was me. The UK is going to realize and Cat can pass this deal. Cat is looking CAT. It's like a watchdog group. This is my understanding of it. That can go back and look at the CMA's ruling and can overturn their ruling with prejudice, so that they can't go back and fix it if they see that there was something inappropriate in what they were doing. So if that actually happens, and I just tweeted it out, if that actually happens, that circumvents this whole thing, this whole situation.
And wasn't there something inappropriate done as they counted numbers where they shouldn't have as well?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, they inflated the market share of cloud,
Right.
compared to what Microsoft really has. As gamers, as Game Pass gamers, that we do have the ability to use the cloud. I probably used it 4 or 5 times, and 2 of those times was just to show off the tech.
Right.
It wasn't to play a game, because we know as gamers, you don't want the lag. You like the local connectivity of the situation, and that's not really an ideal way to play until we all have 5G.
Oh, yeah.
It is what it is.
It's funny you say that because I was telling the guys just the other day that if I turned off my Wi-Fi and just connected to 5G in my house, I have a faster connection than I do Wi-Fi.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
5G is a beast. It's an actual game changer. So a lot of these guys, what they did was they gave a 10-year projection in where Microsoft can be in 10 years with cloud. And they gave an estimate of how cloud can grow in that 10-year span, where realistically, you're supposed to give a 5-year projection. In any business model, in any business form, they ask you where you see yourself in 5 years. If y'all hear that question a lot, and you're like, why do they come up with this arbitrary number of 5 years? Because dramatically, life changes for humans every 5 years. Right? So 5 years is the metric. They gave Microsoft a 10-year metric, and based off of that 10-year metric, they blocked the deal. That was inappropriate, so they have to go back and use the traditional metric of 5 years. That's what the EU used. EU used the metric of the 5 years, and they didn't see that Microsoft did anything or would be in a position where they can kill competition. And to eliminate the thought of killing competition, Microsoft has to release anything of like the cloud stuff on cloud services, basically. And that's, yeah, it's not.
So why did CMA go with the 10 years? I mean, besides they just wanted to go with that, or
Collusion.
well, yeah, okay.
I mean, we're going to talk about Lena Khan, and we're going to talk about what's going on over at the FTC. Why is the FTC talking to the CMA? That's a foreign entity.
Right, yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Right? We have no idea how, or we're not supposed to have any idea in how your business structures work in this foreign land. We are supposed to govern our land and make sure that the Trade Commission, everything works well here.
Right.
Right? Not collude with a big entity in a foreign land to get our lie together. That is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. And we grow up where if you have a guy in class, you do something. Let's talk and let's get our lie together. And I'm gonna say this, and you say that.
Yeah.
And you make sure it works. You're not supposed to talk to these guys at all. So there's collusion involved. You know, stuff is gonna happen, but that's a lot of money. $69 billion. People really can't wrap their mind around it, really, because I don't believe anyone in here has ever seen $69 billion ever.
No.
I haven't seen even a percentage of that, yeah.
Exactly. So wrap your mind around how big that deal is and what it encompasses. And then you start to see people fangs come out with the thirst. Lena Khan wanted, what did she ask for in budget expenditure? It was 200 million.
200 million, yep.
Sheesh.
Yep.
What? What? Exactly. We need a 200 million war chest. So now you saw that it's that much money out there. Oh, I gotta have a piece. I gotta have a piece. Everybody has to get broken off, and it sucks that's the world that we live in. We live in a capitalistic world, but at the same time, Microsoft already took steps and measures in knowing that was going to happen. You know, we all know that. You know, they have probably the best lawyers that money can buy that's on deck, and they're going to make stuff happen. Yes, Microsoft needs to release games ASAP. Yeah, they just actually did release games ASAP. You know, y'all can stop the narrative that Microsoft doesn't have games. Either you don't have Game Pass, or, you know, something's going on mentally. Because go inside Game Pass, and if you can play all those games that's in there, let me know, because I can't. Cause I have a
Right? Yeah.
I have a life.
I can't. Yeah, I can't possibly get all these games. I wish I could.
Yeah, I'll never understand that statement. Microsoft Xbox has no games. Well, guess what? I've got over 500 in my library now, and that's not even including Game Pass.
And Game Pass has such a wide variety of fucking games.
I can't even get to the ones I actually purchased outright, on top of the ones that are in Game Pass. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, like every sale that's going around, right? Just like cheap games, you have to buy, like you're buying those.
Yeah.
Like your backlog is through the roof.
That's
I can't
my
even get all
problem.
the games I want to get to right now. Like
I am addicted.
It's the Star Wars Jedi Survivor yet.
Dude, I'm addicted to buying cheap games. Like, I'll go on to the sales, and next thing you know, I spent $100. I may have gotten 10 games, but I spent $100.
Yep.
I do that all the time.
Is it me, or as soon as these game services came out, like PlayStation Now, Xbox Game Pass, and all these other game services that's out there, games have frequently dropped prices quicker than they did in the past.
100%. A month later, they're down.
Deals are nuts.
It's really quickly. Like I would say, a couple of weeks later, we have a sale. Like game 20% off that just came out. It feels like if you're not gonna buy 100, like if you're not gonna play the game at launch 100%, just wait a couple of weeks.
The only reason that narrative is Xbox don't have any games is a thing is because Xbox don't have any over-the-shoulder, third-person, action-adventure, story-driven games like PlayStation does. That's the
No,
only
no,
reason
no,
that-
no. Wait a second. But Xbox has one of the best Gears of War.
Yeah.
Yes, but
But
remember at the beginning of the Xbox One generation when Xbox did have those games, fucking Xbox fans didn't support it.
Yep.
Didn't support them, which is bullshit. I bought Rise of the Rome. I bought Quantum Break.
Right.
Me too.
Yep.
I bought all those,
Me too.
and they were phenomenal.
I got
So this-
Quantum Break right now.
Yeah, I'll
and
play
I
Quantum
still
Break 2 or
got
3
going
times a
crazy
year.
over it. Yeah.
Me and Jake was just talking like, was that you on Twitter and say, yeah, we need Rise of the Room, but then somebody said about riding bike. What was that, Jago? Riding bikes or I remember that was. I remember you saying something like that. If there's a that was
And-
yesterday. I can't remember.
I don't mean to attack your wallet. Okay, so you got Game Pass and you got Redfall, and Redfall was disappointing to you. I'm gonna be 100 with you. I played Redfall for probably 30 minutes, right? Because I have a huge backlog. Makes no sense. I'm in the middle of Zelda, Star Wars, finishing some stuff in Fortnite, running over to Destiny, and playing Loop Hero and Vampire Survivor. I'm in the middle of all those actively doing that. But okay, so Redfall was disappointing to you. That's kind of weird because everybody that I speak to that's not media, they say stuff like, yeah, it's kind of quirky, but I've been playing this game and I'm loving it. Weirdo stuff. So I don't know who to believe until actually I jump into the game and play it. But let's take Redfall and put that to the side. You have Liza P that's getting ready to drop and you'll be able to play. You have other games that they've been picking up, dropping, and putting inside Game Pass. If you can go at your recents inside Game Pass, this is how they keep you in place until the backups show up, until the Starfields and the Forzas and all that other stuff comes out, and whatever the Doom team is working on and Wolfenstein is working on, ID stuff. When those games do show up and they're all inside Game Pass, regardless to what, it will be a genre that's available to everyone.
Right.
Yeah.
You
There's
know,
even kids games in there. There's
Yeah.
like all genres are in there. So everybody
Exactly,
should
yeah, they have-
at least one game they should love.
Yeah, they have such a variety. Exactly.
I've been playing Redfall. I've got like 5 hours in it. Is it polished and where it needed to be? Way Microsoft was advertising it and everybody else was hyping it up? No. They shouldn't have released it the way they released it. But is it a bad game? No, it's not a bad game. Is it gonna blow your mind? No, it's not gonna blow your mind. Has it been fun? Yeah, it's been fun. I mean, is Jedi Survivor still my game of the year so far that I played? Yeah.
And I'm playing Zelda, and I'm looking at Zelda, and I'm like, my God, is this game so ugly? But yeah, it is.
Yeah, what you think so far? Like, this is badass.
It feels like Breath of the Wild, but in a bigger scale, right?
That's what I've heard. Yeah.
It's weird because I'm very in the infancy of the beginning of the game. I just got out of the I don't want to spoil it for anybody in the beginning, and I made it to like this first little island, and then I'm going around touching stuff and I'm seeing the world. I'm so used to my polygons not shimmering, my HDR and stuff looking good from the other consoles that I have to tailor back my graphical expectations for this title. And that kind of sucks because I have to pare back my love for it because I'm a graphics whore.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
And now I have to say, let me base all my fun off of the gameplay. And it feels like Breath of the Wild when you're playing it and how fun that was. So that in there, that's where I'm going to find my fun. But the story looks good, and the limitations of the hardware is showing again, where certain things are supposed to talk and they don't talk, and you got to read text, and that's kind of a downer. I do want them to bring out a pro, something to bring them up to our gaming time. Like, we have accelerated to the point that where we take certain things for granted. See, we're looking at Heavenly Blade right now, and it was a staple back in the days for those games. Like this was, it was called the female God of War.
Right.
And this evolved from the beat 'em ups that we had, the side-scrolling beat 'em ups.
Yep.
We're in a space now where graphically, fidelity, us as gamers, we demand more.
Yep.
And I expected Zelda to at least try. From what I'm hearing, it's 720 even dots, and Breath of the Wild was 900p dots.
Damn.
Yeah, so I'm like, damn, exactly, damn. I said, this is the reason why it kind of looks like how it does to me. So, other than that, it was cool.
John, I hear you, brother. He says guys, none of these games are competing with any of Sony's exclusive Hi-Fi Rush. What the fuck do we have in the world of powerful consoles?
Hi-Fi Rush was.
You know, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Hi-Fi Rush.
I've always had Sony and Xbox consoles, and if Microsoft had marketed that game better and not just been or marketed period, and not been a shadow drop, people would have.
Dude, I love that game.
It would have been seriously probably in the game of the year category for Microsoft. But since it was just shadow drop, nobody knew nothing about it, and it was kind of a quiet launch. That's one of the best games I've played so far this year. And I'm gonna be honest. I actually finished Hi-Fi Rush, enjoyed every minute of it. I didn't even finish Horizon Forbidden West.
The last
not out of me.
The last 3 or 4 levels of Hi-Fi Rush were just so excellent, dude, man. I love the music, the way the camaraderie, just the way they finished that game. Man, it was perfect.
And to talk about games that launch with like 0 issues, Hi-Fi Rush is one of those.
A perfect game. I think stealth launches are necessary. Microsoft likes to disrupt the system. Right?
That's good.
Seems that way, yeah.
So, like, they disrupt the system with the hard drive in the box. They disrupt the system with the Ethernet. They disrupted the system with a lot of things that they made a mainstay. So, stealth drops should happen to keep our excitement level engaged. Because now, as gamers, we used to have wonder before. Right, the E3 shows would come up and what's gonna happen, and it's all magical. Now, a lot of these E3 shows and these shows that we go to is spoiled by leaks and rumors and stuff ahead of time. So that was a true like good gift that you got, because let's say that you didn't know that it dropped, and you're like, what's this? Oh my God, this looks good. How come I didn't know about this? How come nobody knew about this game? And stuff like that needs to happen more for us to keep us childlike, to keep us engaged, so that when you do turn on your console, you're looking and you're like, I wonder if they drop something new today. I wonder what they're working on. That stuff makes excitement, generates excitement and enthusiasm. And Hi-Fi Rush captivated that part. So a lot of times you don't need marketing to push a great game. A great game can just drop and push itself.
Yeah, also it sold actually pretty well for a stealth drop. I mean,
have plenty of players.
We also used to get that feeling too, King, when we would buy a new console and start the thing over, process over again, and turn it on and see the jump from where we went from say 8 to 16 and 16 to 32 and 32 to we really don't get that anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because our eyes have matured.
Yep.
Our eyes have matured to the point that a lot of times guys can tell you if that is 4K or not.
Yep.
Right. So and a lot of times, you know, we're looking for different things as mature gamers. Give a game to a child and watch how they interact with it. We lost a lot of that, right? So we come in cynical and critical. There are games that do make a leap, because I was looking at Jedi Survivor, and then I went back to play Jedi Fallen Order, just to see if my mind is playing tricks on me, because I was like, oh, the game looks the same. That's not true. You know, in all actuality, Jedi Survivor looks at least 2 to 3 times better than Jedi Fallen Order. And Jedi Fallen Order looked magnificent when it dropped. So we get desensitized by games that follow the same path. Like we have to go back to verify it with our brain, because our mind plays tricks on us. So Yeah,
I can tell you, yeah, Jedi Survivor it does look better than Jedi Fallen Order. Cause I actually played through Fallen Order right before Jedi Survivor came out, so I would have the story fresh in my mind, and yeah, it does. I mean, yeah, I mean, is it a huge difference? No, but you can tell it's better. I mean, yeah.
When you guys tell me I could dodge with my right thumbstick?
Jay,
You didn't ask.
2007. It's been since 2007 since I played that game.
You know what's
Yobi,
funny?
what's up? Yobi, what's up, brother?
It's the same
Yobi.
controls as Conan. I love the
Yobi,
Conan games.
thank you so much, my brother, for dropping off that wonderful package. I do appreciate you. This guy is
Yobi's the man.
Yeah, Yobi's awesome, man.
He is a human self-drop, right? Fantastic dude. I go on Fortnite, and he gifted me Goku Black skin.
Oh shit!
Nice.
Exactly, that's what I said. And he knows if I would have saw it in the store, I would have clicked yes, give it to me now, right? But he beat me to the punch, and I can't wait, to go get a drink with him, hang out with him when I get to his city. That guy, I truly respect him. He has been a phenomenal credit to our community, and thank you, brother, for showing up. I love you, man.
I would love to hang out with Yobi and have a drink with him too.
Me too.
That'd be awesome, yeah.
He got a wonderful dog too.
Yes, we've seen the dog. Yeah, the dog's awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. Yeah, you're awesome, Yobi. You're awesome. What's up, Dread Pool?
Oh, Dread, what's up?
Man, clowns.
Oh, that's
Right here with us.
Clowns.
What's up, clowns?
You should get Clowns on to talk more about the knowledge that he has with the city.
Well, the
Clowns is
funny
right
part
here,
is
right now.
he can come in right any time. He's part of Renegades, right?
He's here. I think he might be talking to us.
Oh, I had my voice changer on.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
I had the voice Aaron on.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, we did the thing again.
What's up, King? It's
What's
I
up,
just
man?
hopped on. Surprise! You're here. Awesome.
That's a
Awesome.
stealth drop. You came in with a stealth drop.
Yeah. Well, I
Yeah, there you
had
go.
to eat.
A high five roast
I usually have to eat dinner before I come on here. I had some shrimp tonight. Eating healthier and stuff. So.
That's my guy. We talked about that in the background. You're living up to every drop of that word. Like right now, I'm eating, and I don't like to eat on the show. Definitely don't like to do that. But this is my dinner time, but I promise my guy I'll be here. And
You're allowed to drink on the show.
What happened?
You're allowed to drink.
Oh yeah. I don't drink during the week. Saturdays, catch me on Saturdays though. But I got some juice right now. What you were saying, Clown?
Oh no, I was just saying. Yeah, it's usually I eat before I come on, so that way, I can converse with these awesome guys here.
Yeah.
Talk about life.
Yo, you truly amazed me yesterday with Lemon about how much knowledge you did have of the CMA stuff. I got so desensitized to it that I tuned it out, and I stopped really following all the stuff that was going on with it. But you understood certain intricate parts of the deal and what was going on that really kind of blew my mind, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm very analytical and I study stuff. It's probably the philosopher in me as I sit back and I watch more and listen more than I talk. It's just a trait I've always had. And I listened and watched to the economy, the financials, the press releases before I would say anything, because this is to me, it's a very important topic, and I'm very passionate about, gaming, and I just want more games for everybody, wherever it be at. So I want to make sure when I speak the truth. And today, I get some angry messages from people in the UK, and unfortunately, I understand the frustration that they have, but they always tell me, they keep telling me how important the UK is financially. So today I looked up the GDP of Europe, and the EU's GDP is 17 trillion. And if you take away UK's GDP of 3 trillion, that means the EU still has 14 trillion without the UK in there.
Right, yeah.
But what does that tell you? The EU is definitely concerned about their consumers, and they're going to have the best access.
Well, that's exactly what I said before. A lot of times you overestimate your value to something until you actually have to learn. Satya said, have to around and find out You're gonna find out what it was gonna be about. And I always knew with this much money, there's incentive to make this deal happen.
Right.
Right? So you don't get to this point without having willpower, faith, and fortitude. You're going to get past that whatever blockages it is. And stuff happens.
Yeah.
It's foolish for individuals to believe that it was going to be easy, and it's also foolish to believe that a deal of this magnitude would just fall flat and dead. It's not going to happen. The same way Disney was going to purchase Fox, and they had to go back, double back, and do remedies, and then they finally pushed it through. Was too much money on the table for it not to happen. There's billions and billions of dollars on the line to actually get to trillions of dollars that individuals, and don't ever underestimate greed. Greed is at the center of all of this. There's more money to be had if this deal goes through. So greed is a huge motivator, and it'll get done.
It is
Yeah.
going to cost Microsoft a bunch of money.
I just heard. I just saw it. I just did it.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
I mean, that's right there, King. That's the facts, right? Because you're looking at Microsoft. They're a true $2 trillion corporation, and they probably make more than that now. But that was a right. And you look at that, and Microsoft's got $70 billion on the line. That $70 billion is worth more than they make from gaming in the UK or government contracts. So Microsoft, at its core, is going to do what's best for its shareholders, its investors, and its executives. I mean, that's how companies thrive, right? They have to survive in a world of capitalism, and it's not personal to the company. It's not personal at all. It's just business. And if the UK doesn't want that business, they're going to take that business where they're going to make more money.
To the how many countries are in already? It's supposed to be 14.
I heard 13. Is that right? 13 have already approved to do?
No, I think 11 approved it already.
11, yeah. 11.
Yeah, 11.
Yeah.
I think 11 already.
So you need a 14, like you said, yeah. 14.
Yeah, so 14 to make a clean sweep. The bigger problem will be here with the FTC. But
Right, that's what I figured.
Yeah, the difference with that is Microsoft can continue to go through with it. If the FTC says whatever, they can go through it and force them to do an injunction and do all this stuff that they would lose in court. That's why the FTC actually loses in court. So Microsoft is very confident when it comes to the FTC. The CMA is, and this is why Parliament got involved. They have too much power, right? And that power directly affects their economy. So if you do something that's going to take away big tech away from the UK and scare away big tech, you're directly messing with the economy. That's why Parliament came down and pulled them in and was having that inquisition, fact-finding mission to figure out if there was collusion, because you have to be transparent. And I forgot the lady that was speaking. I do apologize.
Sarah Cardell, I think.
They had her under the gun, and the questions that they were asking her was directly related to having private conversations with a foreign entity. And is that a good practice, and is that a practice that they worked on? And he was trying to peg her down to when you started conversations and when you stopped, right? So when you can get that aha moment and you got the smoking gun, all right, so you were supposed to be talking about it this time. Now you can triangulate exactly what was going on and what information came out at what time and what you knew and when you knew it and who told who what. And they're going to find out exactly who did what. I would not be surprised if people retired early, left their position because of you won't ever hear it. They just got a better opportunity someplace else.
Yep. That's one thing that I was saying as well on, it wasn't the last show that I was on with you, but another show prior to that. I think it was the Gaming Circle podcast with Kay Asante and Everborn. And I said that Lina Khan in her position, representing the people of the United States and the interests of the United States, should not be colluding with any foreign government that has a pending litigation, lawsuit, or ruling. Like, it is definitely a conflict of interest, because what are they really going to talk about? Like, seriously, are they just hanging out because they're friends? This is like the first time ever, right? It doesn't make any sense. And there's supposed to be oversight for this kind of stuff, right? We always hear about watchdogs calling people out. And when I said that Lena Khan should be called out for this, people called me a traitor. They said I'm a traitor because I think that it was an overreach of government power.
No, you were directly in line with the thinking of everybody else and some of the people that didn't say anything. It is an overreach of power, especially when we find out that they did have conversations. Now, to the rumors that the CMA was going to pass the deal, and that was told before. Oh, the CMA is going to pass the deal. It's overwhelmingly positive. When it came back with a reversal, that's where the eyebrows were raised. You know, so how do so many people that are in the know felt that it was a positive? And I have 4 different dudes hit me up in the background before it happened. It was positive, and then to get it's blocked that day. Yeah, it threw Microsoft for a loop, and it threw everybody else for a loop. So now they're trying to figure out why. And that's the reason why they're having questions about the FTC, because the only person that has been vocally opposed to this deal besides Jim Ryan has been Lena Khan.
Yeah. There's just, you know, when I'm talking about this, and I really like where you're going with this, King, because you also think on a business mindset, right? You are a businessman at heart, and you're a very smart intellectual individual. So when you speak on this stuff, it's always good to hear your input and thoughts. And it's just, man, whenever I talk about this, I just get so much hate in DMs. Do you get the hate in DMs too?
People are afraid of me.
That's true. A baby did steal my Xbox and got away with it. So.
Get out and punch that baby in the face. That baby would have got them hands, son.
That stroller would have been moving, huh?
They were like, yo, somebody stop that baby. Grab him by his pacifier, hold his diaper. But it's just the fact that I kind of have no hair on my tongue. Where you from? That's like a West Indian saying that I talk, right? If I feel that I'm in the right or whatever, I'm going to talk. My mother raised me, oh, don't be quiet, don't back down from anything. You know, make sure that you have your opinion felt, because be loud and be vocal. A closed mouth don't get fed. So if individuals actually do bring an argument my way, please be articulate and be very, very detailed in what you're going to say, because either I'm going to break down your argument or I'm agree with you. And I have no problem with agreeing with somebody. If I'm wrong, I can agree with you that you're right. And maybe I looked at it wrong. But excuse me, for the most part, my interactions with individuals are really cordial, because I lead with respect. I ask for respect back.
Right.
And that's about it, man. So no, I don't really get crazy, weird DMs. Majority of the time, I get funny DMs, which I find hilarious. So I get cool DMs.
Craziest message I got recently was, clowns, if Microsoft pulls out, they're gonna get hit with so many sanctions and the whole world's gonna hate them. And I'm just thinking to myself, okay, so now all of a sudden you this person that said this to me, thinking, oh, okay, all of a sudden you're an analyst and you thought about this, right? So tell me exactly what sanctions are you talking about, and if the contracts expire, right? If Microsoft pulls out after contracts expire, which they would do because they're business if they had to, they're not going to face any sanctions, and the world is not going to hate them because they're still in other countries helping develop and tech, giving jobs, expanding research. You know, it's
right.
these kind of comments just don't make sense to me, and there's no basis for it. If you can't back up what sanctions you're talking about, then obviously they probably don't exist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yo, graphic guy,
Yes,
are you playing with a PlayStation controller?
I am. I'm playing on the PlayStation 5.
Oh no, that's what.
Yeah, he's doing it on.
All right. So one of the best things about that game, besides Warhawk, for your PlayStation, this came out for the PlayStation 3, right, guys?
Correct.
Yes,
right,
correct.
that's right.
On launch,
Yes, sir.
it was launch game.
Right. They had the 6-axis controller. I
Yeah.
mean, they supported it for a year and then he
Yes.
dropped it.
Yes, I still remember.
Yeah, I was the stupid idiot that loved it, right?
Oh, I loved it too, King. You was too. I loved it.
I loved it with the arrows and stuff because you could actually guide them, right?
Yeah, that's the best part of this
That
whole
was
game.
the thing.
Like,
Yeah,
oh,
you
yeah.
should see the
Arrow.
Yeah, you shoot the arrow. You like with your control, like left, right, up, down.
I'm like, I'm trying to I'm gonna hit him in the head. I'm gonna hit him in the head. And if you scroll me in the living room, it was so much fun. I don't know why they took it out of it. I know it was probably a very underutilized thing, and a lot of developers probably didn't have the knack for it. But another game that used it very well was Warhawk, and
Yeah.
Warhawk was probably one of the best PlayStation 3 launch games because of all the abilities that you had as that chopper. Oh man, they had some really good games. I know it gets a bad rep for PlayStation 3 early on. They kind of picked up steam later on, and it was a really phenomenal machine, like when The Last of Us and stuff like that showed up. But very early on, they did stuff that was a little bit different, and they tried to compete with the Wii with having their version of emotions control.
Right.
And that was really good with the rumble. That game was so phenomenal. And I always ask, how come they didn't make her franchise? And this is when I learned about ownership. They didn't own that game. They owned the name. That's why when you see what was Senua Saga,
Yeah.
you know, they don't say Heavenly Blade 2. And I think that they own the character, that girl. That's why you have her sister as the main character in Hellblade instead of Heavenly Sword.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So
I keep failing this mission, guys.
you're gonna
Catapult
feel it a
mission
lot.
is
Don't
tough.
worry about it. You're good.
Can we get a
Shout out.
Can we get a super chat? Yeah.
I
Shout
never
out to
played this
Splendiferous
game.
for the $2 super chat. I'm gonna read this the way it looks. I don't know what the hell he's talking about, but
Splendiferous?
it says, "King Wog, what, brother, big up, yay!"
Yo, what's going on, Splendiferous? Yo, me and him play Street Fighter. That's my guy, man. Listen, y'all see me on. I play games. You know, reach out. Let's do it. We're here to have fun. You know, we're not here to, you know, bash anybody's love of what console that you like. You see Graphic Guys playing on PlayStation 3. You hear me telling you I was day one. I probably got the console like a year before too. I had the big George Foreman fully packaged one.
I still got it, King. I still got the George Foreman one. Yeah.
Do you have the original one with all the ports and the stuff in it?
I got it on day one, so yeah, I'm sure.
Okay, so you know that machine is worth close to $5,000, right?
Really?
Damn.
Damn, I don't have that one.
Well, the reason why I quit using it is because it had a hard drive issue, so I don't know if it'd be worth
They all do. They all do. The hard drive you're able to swap out the hard drive on it, right? They all have a hard drive issue. Remember, we talk about old tech and how hard drives actually work. So they all have the problem with the hard drive. The hard drive, you're able to swap it out. The earlier versions, the reason why that is probably one of the most important PlayStations is it didn't do emulation when it came to PlayStation 2 games. Remember, you could throw your PlayStation 2 games in.
Yeah, backwards compatible, yep.
Right? But it had a whole PlayStation 2 motherboard inside.
Right, yep.
And
That's why it was so thick.
Yes. Oh, yeah. She's a big girl.
She's a thick bitch.
Girl. Yeah. Throw that on the park. And it had the micro SSD. Yo, they had so many. Oh my God, Ken Katarugi
Jay.
Yes.
Probably a genius. He's the father of the PlayStation. From the PlayStation 1 to his last PlayStation, which is the PlayStation 3, that guy showed innovation, complete innovation. And his last machine was a tour de force of genius. It had Blu-ray inside.
Yep.
It had every memory option. Had a hard drive. It had an extra PlayStation inside.
And remember, and if you couldn't afford it, get a second job.
I was just about to say that. It was so much money at that period of time.
It was.
He didn't care.
Yep.
He knew the value that was in the box.
Yep.
You're gonna have to get a second job.
Yep.
Oh, we
Yeah.
have a console for you. It's called the PlayStation 2.
Yep.
And you're going to have to move in with your parents because you ain't going to have an apartment big enough for this thing.
Yeah, right. Oh, but it'll heat you though. It'll warm your ass up.
Jay, you
Yeah,
have to hold the shoot button
Yes.
and guide the cannonball.
I can
It's
guide
way
them?
easier.
Yeah.
You can guide them. Same with the arrows.
Why didn't I know this before?
That's what we were saying earlier with the controlling.
Yeah,
We're
there
actually
you go,
like
now
going
you
left,
can
right.
get 'em, Yeah.
can go-
This is
Yeah.
the game, bro.
Yeah. This game was amazing, man. This
Look
game
at
was
that.
amazing.
Yeah, you guide them balls. Pause.
Yeah, your guy's balls.
I
You
love
see,
guiding
now
my
you
balls.
see?
I've been
You
doing this
see?
since I was 14 years old.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
Had I known this
Yeah.
earlier, Jesus
Yeah, he's doing the
Christ.
head moving and everything.
You look at his neck, right? Look at his neck.
Yeah, I still have what a lot of us do, King. I still have my original Dreamcast. I still have my original Xbox.
I still have my original Dreamcast for sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have none of that. I was a broke boy growing up, so I would take the old console and sell it for the new one.
Yeah.
And I mean, I didn't feel. I just never kept and held on to older stuff that I just didn't feel like it was.
Oh,
Yeah, man, I know. I got rid of all
did
my
too.
shit. Man,
We did too.
so
We did too, King. I had, I started like a lot of us started on the Atari. Had the Sega Master System. Had the Sega Saturn.
Yeah, I used to have
had-
everything and
I
sold
had the
every
Sega
one of those
Genesis
fuckers,
and
dude.
sold it all.
Yeah.
But when I got, I mean, it was in my, I think it was about the time I was in the military. I was like, I am not selling any of my consoles ever again. And then from that point on, I kept them.
Or you could be
Well,
like
I-
me and have your girlfriend steal your Sega Master System in 50 games.
What?
I still have my original PS2 I bought.
I would have been snitching. In
I
the
have like
police
3
office.
PS2s. Yeah, I had like
Yeah.
I would have got her ass locked up. Nope. I would have came home. My Genesis would have been gone. Sonic would have been gone. I would have been at the precinct. You lock her up. Her
Hey.
right there.
Cyber, there's a reason why I don't have any Nintendos. Because Nintendo, I grew up with Nintendo, but Nintendo didn't grow up with me.
Yeah, I outgrew the Nintendo at that Nintendo 64
Yeah.
era when they had that
Yeah.
weird ass controllers. That.
I'm a junkie for consoles. So, new console comes out. I'm a junkie for it. I'm gonna go get it. I'm a Nintendo head. I'm a Sega stan. I'm an
Me too.
Xbox dude, a PlayStation guy. I do all of that stuff. And when a new console come out, I sell it. But now is the best time because your library follows you.
Follows you. Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Microsoft for making sure that got done and it forced PlayStation into that position because I'm gonna tell you right now, PlayStation would not allow you to have a digital library if they didn't want to. If they
No,
could see the game
hell
again,
no.
it happens. Yeah.
They still sell games again, King. Come on.
It's called remaster. Come on, man, don't do that. I mean, it looked different. They got more trees in the background. Come on, man. We ain't see that much trees the first time around.
You still remember the grass?
There's a game called The Last of Us that they've sold like 30 times,
Yeah, right. It wasn't the last for them. It ain't gonna be the last time you pay us.
No. Oh, Lord. And I enjoyed The Last of Us, but I played it on the PS3. I still have my PS3 copy.
Oh,
That's like, I still do. And when it came out remastered on PS4, I thought, I just beat this. No. And then it's like, nope. And I'm good.
I
It's not
bought
one
that
of those games.
4 times so far.
Jesus.
And each time I justified it in my head why I needed to do it.
Yep.
The first time was the experience, right?
Right, of course.
The second time, it's in HD. The third
Right.
time, oh, they put some extra stuff for the PlayStation 4. The fourth and the last time I played the demo was like, well, shit, it do look way better.
Oh, it,
Yeah.
oh, it looks good. And I ain't gonna say I won't pick it up,
Yeah.
you know, later down the road, because the last time I played it, it was still the PS3 era version of it. I think I played it on the PlayStation. God, was it when it was on the PlayStation 4? You could subscribe whatever, and you could play
Yeah.
it through that. Yeah, but that's the last time I played it. But I'll pick it up when it's like dirt cheap, just so I can have it up to this generation. Because if you only have a PS3, the PS3 copy, it's stuck in that era.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, man.
which sucks.
Listen, we all make justifications as gamers for why we're going to buy a game over again. I brought a
Right.
$3,000 stand-up desk like arcade machine, and it has 135 different consoles on it and 62,000 games.
Yeah.
You're able to hook up a steering wheel to it, light guns, a controller, trackpad, everything. It's fully functional, and I'm able to play all the games that I ever wanted. Tell me the reason why I spent $3,000. It was for one game that never came out that I begged Sega to bring, Scud Racer.
Mama.
They never brought Scud Racer out. Scud Racer was the successor to Daytona. It is probably visually the best racing game that I ever seen at that time. And I saw it in the arcade. I had went to Jersey and I saw it. And I've been in love with that game my whole life. And I could never get it to come out. I wanted to get it someplace. And when I saw the console, it's called Mini Arcade Machines, and they custom make them for you. This guy and his wife custom built the cabinets, everything, the tech inside, everything.
Is that the one you have on your desk next to you?
Yeah. He graphic God knows. And,
I know. I've seen it too.
and
I just know it costs that much though.
yeah, but listen, you ration it out per game and console. It evens out. It works out to money, right? Because I see people buy those one-up arcade machines for $300-$400, and I I think that's a robbery. You got 3
Oh,
games
it is
in
a robbery for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got like 3 of them, King, but I modded one of them.
But yeah,
so.
but we got them on sale. We got those on
Yeah,
sale.
we got them on
too,
sale.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
You scaring me.
I paid $50 for my Final Fight machine.
Yes.
Just like I was
okay.
bitching earlier, they had the one for $150. They had the Killer Instinct on sale yesterday on the Arcade 1-Up site, and I missed that. Now that would have been worth $150. Missed that motherfucker.
I paid
Man, I'm
$50
so
for
mad
my
at myself.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle arcade one-up machine.
Yeah.
You see,
I
but
haven't-
this is why I went out and got this thing to eliminate that level of FOMO.
Right.
Because whatever game came out, whatever game it is, it's
You got
there.
it. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And you have every version of that same game. You have the Nintendo version, the Super Nintendo version, the Genesis version, the arcade version. You have every version of that game. So it pays for itself. It's something that I truly love. And then the cabinet is custom. But I was just explaining how far my fandom went for one game, and we can never take away that lust that we have for something that is innocent. Us playing video games is innocent.
Right.
If you have a girlfriend or people are bothering you that in your free time, and I'm talking about free time, I'm talking about guys and women that work, are fully functional people in society, and this is your leisure time hobby. You're not bothering anybody.
That's me.
Do it, right? Do it.
Right.
Because there's billions of other things that you can be doing that is detrimental to society and yourself.
Exactly.
Right? And this is not one of them. So
I remember seeing this game, King. I never played it.
Oh, you're looking at it now.
Right. Yeah, I'm looking at Scud Racer. Yeah, I never played it.
My God, it was when I saw it. It gave me the same feeling the first time I saw Star Wars arcade machine, and I was like, and I saw that, and I put probably like $300 as a kid, you know, going back to the arcade playing that game for years. I was playing it. Then I saw this game, and it only had it in the Jersey arcade, and I was like, oh my god, I need this. And I said, is it gonna come out to the Dreamcast, the Saturn, something? I'm like, please, something. And then Sega died, and they had talked about making the game, but it just never came out. And I found out that this had it, and I just had to buy it.
This was one of their later, like one
Yes.
of their later arcade games.
Yeah, AM3. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you played the one what I'm looking at that's got like the whole cabinet and the seat and everything, right?
Yes, I
Yeah,
sat
yeah.
down in it. It was $5. I think
Holy
I spent
shit.
$50 that day because I didn't want to get out the cabinet.
Yeah, it's badass. I'd
Well-
have one of those if I had the
Well,
room.
guys, my wife is texting me. She said it's bedtime.
We know what that
Thanks.
means.
Thanks for
Yeah.
joining us, man. It was
Yes, I really appreciate it.
Yo,
Yeah.
I had a great time. Graphic God, finish up that stuff. We got people waiting.
I know,
Um,
I know. But okay,
Yeah,
but I'm gonna.
I'm glad you joined us, King.
Oh
Been a long time
man,
since I
listen.
talked to you, brother.
I really can't go late nights, so 7 o'clock is kind of scary for me.
Right.
But at the same time, we all got to reach out to one another, and everybody has to lend a hand to everybody. So I hope this gets shared out a whole lot more. I retweet it, I'll do whatever. But I like the
Appreciate it.
concept. The concept is dope. Playing retro games.
Do you like my setup here?
Yeah, man. It's everything. Well, you know how I know your work is.
He's
you're
graphic
a
god, I
genius.
mean,
You're a
So
genius.
that brings me to my last point before you leave. I want to have your stuff done yesterday,
Yeah,
but I also want it to be awesome.
I know.
And quality takes time.
I know.
And
Yeah.
Jay is
I've never
perfectionist.
bothered you about any project
I agree. I know.
ever. I just leave you and let you do your thing. This is the only project, and it's just one aspect of it is
I
time
know.
sensitive. The other
Yep.
aspect of it is whatever. But that one aspect is time sensitive because it's contingent upon release. But
Of course.
you know,
It's
no stress.
relevant now.
yes, exactly. And it's going to be something that's going to be huge in a second. But
That's right.
guys, thank you so much for having me on. And clowns, that avatar looks bananas, bro.
No, we really appreciate you
Yeah.
stopping by, King. Like I said, it's been a long time since I talked to you, brother. I remember watching you guys, the Iron Lords. And I still watch you guys. I'm never there live, but I still watch it on replay or on
Yeah,
on
thank you.
Spotify.
Yeah, me too.
I remember you guys when you guys were early on, and I remember jumping in like you guys had like 15 people in the chat.
Yep.
I told you, I said you guys got something special. I told you guys that, and look at you now, man. I knew
Well-
it then. It didn't surprise. Don't surprise me now.
Thank you, brother. I do appreciate all the kind words. We just try to give back to the community and keep everybody closer, so we can all grow as a team.
You're awesome King. Stay that way, and remember, hold the line.
That's right.
I love that. I love
All
that, man.
All right, guys. Catch y'all later.
All right, King.
Yeah.
Take
Later,
it,
man.
King.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, bro.
Just like
Well, that
that,
was awesome.
he's gone.
That
I
was
did-
awesome. I didn't know he was joining us today.
Yeah, we were talking actually last week. He was going to come on last week,
I was surprised.
but he wasn't able to at the last minute. And I didn't want to just start hyping it up in case it didn't happen.
Right,
So
in case it didn't happen. Yeah.
Jay, I'm actually so happy he came in this week instead of last week because me playing the game that I was doing.
you played great last week. You did great.
I was stuck completely. Constantly.
You did good, Flemish. You played great.
No, like I said, I remember joining, like jumping in their chat when they first started. They had like maybe 10 or 15 people in their chat, and I listened to them for a minute, and I was like, man, these guys got a chemistry like I ain't never heard, dude. They're I told them that too in the chat. So you guys are awesome.
Mhm.
So keep it up, and you see where they're at now. Yeah, and if you see where Cog's at, it's fucking crazy. There's a bunch of good dudes, man.
I
The Iron
agree.
Lord's a bunch of, yeah, man. All of them. Yeah, exactly, Cyber. Shout out to the Iron Lord.
Yeah, for sure.
They're better than IGN. ILP's better
Way,
than IGN.
way better than IGN.
Yep.
Are you
Fuck
fucking kidding me?
IGN. Fuck you and the fucking GoTash, you pieces of fucking shit.
Damn.
Oh, no, really, dude. Fuck them, dude. All they do, you talk about fucking ponies at their best, dude. Fuck
That
IGN.
that was a nice surprise, man. I hadn't talked to King, and I know, like he said, if you see me in a party, you just jump in. I ain't like that because you know I see Ains online all the time, and Ains is a great dude too, and he says the same thing. But I hate disturbing people if I'm not invited, like jumping in. I feel weird just jumping in randomly and like, oh shit, who's this? You know what I'm saying? I hate doing that. That's why I don't. That's why I don't jump into other people's parties.
Yeah, but Jago, also like, why never jump into our party?
He's
know,
usually
man.
at work, Flemish.
Yeah, if you talk about during the day, I'm at work.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I have
It's
to
nighttime
work for a
you,
living.
Flemish, but
Damn
it's
it. Like Fastback said, I didn't. He said Pat say ignorant. No,
I
but
can't get
see,
this
that's
last one, dudes.
That's why this past Saturday, dude, he hit me up and I was out getting some pizza. at the time.
Fastback. Ignorance.
That's what I just said. That's what I was talking about. But Luke
Fuck
hit
'em.
me up and I was driving home from getting some Papa John's and he's like, "You wanna jump into some Titanfall?" I was like, "Fuck yeah, dude!" We played Titanfall. We had a goddamn blast. It was like 6 of us, 3-on-3. It was so good, man. We need
That's
to do
all that
more often.
matters, right? Just have fun.
Yeah, man. Well, that and Titanfall's so fucking good.
Such a good
is.
game.
It is.
Love
a
that
good
game.
God, one of the best multiplayers I've played, and it's still to this day. And 2 came out in 2016. The game's what? 6 years old?
It's been Redfall.
What?
Fuck yeah, he's a better
What?
Redfall. Yes,
Flemish.
it's way
Class,
better
I played
Redfall.
Redfall like 5 hours. I couldn't continue. I didn't like the game. But
Flemish,
that's saying it's a bad game. I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm just saying it's not like I think Titanfall is way better than Redfall.
Yeah, it just feels weird, Yobi. But yeah, I agree with you, Flemish. Yeah, Titanfall it's way better than Redfall.
Flemish,
yeah.
did you play by yourself?
I played a bit with you as well. I still didn't like it though.
You play games and give up after a while anyway. That is
Well,
your mojo.
clowns, okay, let me tell you a thing. When I play Diablo, Path of Exile, or any other action RPG, I don't have that. Now, why is that, clowns?
Well, that I can't answer. That's a Flemish
So
thing.
you think I'm not finishing games? I played Diablo for more than 2,000 hours.
Killer Scorpion says Flemish isn't a real gamer. Look, Killer Scorpion, I have to back up Flemish on this one. Actually, this is just a fact. Titanfall is a better game than Redfall. That's just a fact.
I
Come
think I
on,
played
but
Titanfall-
sorry. To every other game's defense, Titanfall's better than most of you games. Most of them.
Oh fuck! Hell yes. And the single player campaign's better than most other single player campaigns. That's why it just bugs the shit out of me that they haven't made a third one. They left us on a goddamn cliffhanger because fucking BT dies.
I know.
I'm sorry, spoiler alert. and then he may come back. The game's 6 years old. If you ain't fucking played it,
Well,
oh
he's
well.
actually coming back. I mean, he got the hard drive. It doesn't matter, but he's coming back.
Fuck, man. Jack Cooper and BT were two, like, man.
Such a great character duo.
Yeah, both of them, man. Yeah.
Look, we're doing backwards compatibility on the PlayStation 3, playing
What?
the PlayStation 2 game.
Why is it always
Nice.
like the duo characters, right? Always better than one character.
I knew somebody was gonna say spoilers. Axel, fucking, you've played that game. Don't tell me that you spoilers my ass. That game is 6 years old. You played that game.
Man, if you haven't played Titanfall, what are you doing?
What are you
You haven't
removing
been
from
out
your
so
backlog?
long. But it's such a great campaign.
It is. It's still one of my top campaigns.
Oh, mine too.
Even all the games I've played since then, man. I mean, oh my god.
I mean, for me as well, like even, okay, I finished God of War in 2 days, right? The new one. But still, I think Titanfall is still one of the best campaigns when it just comes with pulling you in with the story.
Oh, most definitely. And it keeps sucking you in. Even like the further you go in the story, you get more and more into it. And it's been a long time since I played a game like that, dude. And I don't cry like in movies, and I don't get really emotional and shit. But or probably most time when I play video games, but that actually made me tear up, dude. I'm not gonna fucking sit here and gap. Like holy.
Yobi says that he just beat Control last night. He said, "Oh my fucking god, I hate that game. It's too goddamn creepy. I couldn't finish it."
I couldn't finish it either.
I actually started Control because I got it day one. I stopped because I got lost inside.
The map is fucked.
The map is horrible. It's horrible.
Yeah.
I actually went back after they did some updates, and I still with my ex at the time. So 2020, I think 2021, went back and beat it. And I can tell you, hands down, that Quantum Break is still a better game. Better story, better game. Way better. Let's put it this way. I have no inkling to ever go back through Control. But I've been back through Quantum Break probably 6 or 7 times.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I've tried Quantum Break like a multiple of times and I just can't finish it.
Really?
I'm stuck all the time. Yeah, I don't know why. That game is literally like I can't.
I got stuck on it too.
It's annoying. Like I want to finish that game and I'm stuck constantly.
Then look at a walkthrough or something.
No, Jay, I don't want to do that.
Then you're keeping yourself from playing an amazing game.
I beat that game in the hardest difficulty in like 8 hours.
Shut your face, clowns.
Are we talking about Control?
I'm so tired. I'm so
No,
tired
we're
of him saying this. There is no way he beat the final boss on the first try on her.
You saw the achievement. It's time stamped.
I think he hacked that achievement.
No, I can't. It was on Xbox.
How many hacks that?
Were we talking Quantum Break now?
Yeah, Quantum Break.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
That's pretty awesome, though,
So,
Clown.
did you hear that? So Jago, what would your first reaction be? Someone say, "I beat the final boss in Quantum Break unhard the first time."
I'd say bullshit.
Exactly.
It's in the achievements, and I showed it to Jay, and he's like, I can't believe that timestamp. I was like, Jay, it's real. It's there. You can look at my profile.
I still have a hard time.
You beat the last boss in Quantum Break on hard the first time.
I think the boss took me 3 tries, but I beat the whole game in like 8 hours or less on hard.
Ow.
I don't know how, because I probably died 15 times the first time I got to him. I beat him, but I died like 10 or 15 times.
Yeah, me too.
His red thing, his flash thing was such bullshit and overreaching. I'm like, what the fuck is going on right now? I had to figure it out.
When I did it, I remember I figured out some type of pattern. I don't know what it was, but I figured it out. He's
like Rain Man. Clamps is like Rain Man.
He wasn't hard. As long as you avoided that red blast thing, because he just stood still. Remember, it wasn't him himself wasn't hard. It was his fucking thing. His
powers, the way that But there was a pattern, Jay, and if you figured it out, you can move quick.
Wait, there's a pattern that you can figure out.
Damn it, Cyber Gunner! Cyber Gunner hasn't finished Quantum Break. Come on, man!
Come on, man!
Come on, man!
Daddy! Killer Corbin says clowns gets his underwear from Kmart. What the fuck?
Big K. It's Big K.
Are they still around? Because if they are,
I don't think there's a K. Is there any Kmarts left, like at all?
No, Kmart's gone around here as far as I know.
Man, I would really like to get some from there.
Yeah, shit, they'd probably be pretty cheap.
Mama.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Cyber Gunner, shame. Oh! Did you guys, what was it, this week? Did we talk about it last week? Or did it come out last week? You guys seen all that stuff? Oh, it was last week, I think it was. In the last week, all that stuff about Mortal Kombat being a reboot? I put it...
Dude, that's,
I read that
I can't wait, man. Yeah, skip this.
I mean, I'm all happy about I thought 9 was a reboot.
Jago, did I not tell you that?
No,
don't they reboot it like, reboot it like every 3 or 4 or something
if you beat the story with certain characters.
Right, yeah. It was...
It talks about Kung Lao's ancestor, the great Kung Lao, and going back in time. So I already figured the next one, if they followed the story, was going to be a fucking reboot, like back to the original Mortal Kombat. People think the original Mortal Kombat arcade game is like the first Mortal Kombat, but no, they forget the story.
Yeah.
The original Mortal Kombat,
it's been going on for eons.
It's not the first Mortal Kombat. The first, and because you think about it, if you remember, Liu Kang was what we played was the Mortal Kombat champion in the lore.
Right.
But the first Mortal Kombat champion was the great Kung Lao. We've never seen that. We've never seen that in a game.
Right.
Ever. So, I'm down for that. If that's where they take it, but I'm not sure with all these leaks and shit if they're true. Like Homelander and Peacemaker going to be in it, I'm fine with that.
I don't even think that's gonna be. Like, how can the game is not even released and they already know characters? Come on.
I don't know, Flynn.
Come on, Diego.
I don't know.
I know it's your like one of your favorite franchises, but keep a level. That's not gonna be true.
I'm not.
Like they said that about Marvel Avengers. Do you still remember like 20 characters?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember all the leaked ones and stuff.
Yeah.
The data mined ones.
Winter
Yeah,
Soldier wasn't even in them.
They did have most of them never showed up. So I mean, yeah, of course, I'm not gonna be mad either way.
Well, they
Mortal
gave up
Kombat
on that
12.
game before they had an opportunity to complete it.
Well, yeah, I think that's part of it too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be mad either way if it's Mortal Kombat 12 and it just continues the story and they don't go back in time, or they go back in time and
they can just
Mortal.
make whatever the fuck they
God,
want
this
and
game
call it
sucks.
Mortal Kombat, dude, as long as it plays like Mortal Kombat 11 or a little better. And hey,
Other than Killer Instinct, Mortal Kombat is probably the best fighting game right now. I'm sorry,
is.
Street Fighter.
I'm still butthurt about missing the $150 one arcade one. It's not. Yeah.
I know. I'm not trying to
Lot of damage on that
throw
racer.
shit at Tekken.
Might not make it.
And I don't really like Tekken anymore. Don't like the 3D fighters anymore.
I'm-
I like the
Fuck
tradition.
Tekken. Tekken always was the worst.
I know, and there's a lot of people that I love Tekken. You know, King David loves Tekken, and Low Carnito loves Tekken. I grew out of those. I'm okay. I used to love
Soul
back in the
Calibur and
day.
Virtual Fighter were so way more advanced than those
Yeah.
pieces of shit.
But what we
games.
got right now, that the fighting games are making a comeback. Obviously, they look that way. But for me, MK
this game
is probably the
MK, yeah, MK is my most. I love
Yeah.
Street Fighter, but I'm looking forward more to that Mortal Kombat 1,
Mhm.
12, whatever the hell it's gonna be.
Whatever
than
the hell
Street
it
Fighter
is.
6. Yeah.
What I told you in DM Doggy, whatever the fucking collector's edition's coming out, I missed the Scorpion mask on 11. I'm not missing this collector's edition.
No, yeah,
Fuck
I'm getting
that.
this collector's
No.
edition. Yeah,
No,
yep,
no.
yep. I don't give a fuck what it costs either. Yeah.
No, me neither. I don't care. I don't
Yeah,
buy
it's a
many
great
collector's
year.
editions.
It's a great year for fighting games. Yeah, we got Tekken 8, Street Fighter 6, Mortal Kombat reboot. So
Yep.
yeah, you can't beat it. Where you at, Soul Calibur? You need to come up with something. It's your turn.
I'm just waiting on Ed Boon any day now to be, to release a trailer or something, another teaser
Or how about or Bandai Namco's releases the fact that they're making the new Killer Instinct.
Oh God, I'll please.
Yeah, would that be cool? Yeah.
I don't remember who I was watching. I don't remember if it was a podcast or something. I don't remember now, but they said, whoever this was I was watching, I don't remember. They were like, Killer Instinct is probably still one of the, it was Ty Guy Travis. It was one of watching Names on the Season Gamer on Sunday. Ty Guy Travis even said, he works for IGN, he works for IGN. And he's not really a fighting game dude, but he's like, Killer Instinct is still one of my favorite fighting games, still one of the best. I said, hallelujah, thank God.
See,
yes, sir.
I know it's just rumor and shit, but yeah, I just saw or something not too long ago somewhere where it said Bandai Namco might be working with Microsoft.
Yeah, I
on
heard
Killer
that too.
Instinct.
I heard that too.
That would be
Well,
pretty badass. I that would be pretty cool. I think
We
they would do
haven't
a good
seen
job
shit
with it.
from it though.
No,
maybe
but that would be
maybe-
pretty cool. It's just a rumor, but
Oh,
it would be fucking cool. Yeah.
Maybe that's one of those games that Phil was talking about that they haven't even said anything about yet. That we'll
Yeah.
see.
Ah, right. Wouldn't that be awesome if that was like,
Right.
if the first thing they started the show with on June 11th, you start hearing that music.
Music? Oh my God.
Bow,
Yeah,
now, now,
bro.
now, 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 now. Boom. You start out with that. It'd be cool. Yeah. Block
I would jump
that
out,
shit.
I would jump out of my fucking seat like I did originally when they did the reboot, dude.
Yeah. Because I mean, like, what? That was Iron Galaxy. And...
Iron Guy. It was not. It was not. It was fuck. Double Helix first, and then Amazon.
Yeah, and then Iron Galaxy. Okay.
Then
yeah.
Iron Galaxy. Yeah.
So imagine what Bandai Namco could do with the series.
I didn't think Iron Galaxy had the chops because they had what was that fighting game they had beforehand? It looked totally ridiculous, but they came in and did an amazing job.
Oh shit!
Oh my god, it was ridiculous. I was like, oh my god, these guys are gonna screw it up. But they came in and did a great job. You know what I'm talking about, dog?
I know. Yeah, I know. It's like,
yeah,
I can't think of the name of the game. Yeah. No, but they did a great job with Killer Instinct on Xbox One was fucking great, man. It deserves. Like, it's been 10 years. 10 years. Let's go.
Yep. And people forget that. You know, people like to talk shit about that generation, but Xbox One actually had a fucking better launch lineup, way better than PlayStation.
Way better.
PlayStation 4's launch was fucking sad, like anemically sad. It was bad, dude.
Yeah, because they were all like relying on indie games and shit.
They had
Rezo
Gun, or whatever it was called, as a launch title. Are you fucking shitting me?
What a pleasant interruption.
Like, no, I'm good.
Yes, this is
I'm
the
good.
Pure Calm channel.
I'm not big on shmups like that anymore. I'm good. Shout out to Mike. I know Mike still likes his shmups, but.
Oh, shmups are awesome. I love it.
I like my shmups.
I rather play the old ones though. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't.
I get
That
you.
wasn't a PS4 seller for me. To get my drift.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not buying a console just for a shmup.
No.
No, those were fun in arcades or like Super Nintendo days, that kind of stuff. Yeah. Or even Dreamcast. Dreamcast had some awesome shmups on there.
God, Mars Matrix.
Yeah.
Mars Matrix is an awesome shmups.
Yobi said, "Ain't no fuck taking watch mouth." I can't watch my mouth. It's too far down on my face, Yobi.
I remember PS2, the Tekken Tag Tournament, man. We played that
I
so
got a
much,
game
like-
for you guys. I'm curious if you guys ever beat this game. Anybody on the
Oh
panel?
no, there we go again. I'm
Keith
getting
Courage and
nightmares.
Alpha Zone and TurboGrafx 16.
TurboGrafx 16. It came with the
TurboGrafx
TurboGrafx 16.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it came with
I had,
it.
yeah,
I'm
it came
getting
with it. Yeah.
PTSD.
Galaga 90 or some shit. But yeah.
Did anyone ever beat that game though, Keith Courage?
Yeah. Yes, back in the day.
I
Way
don't
back in
believe-
the day.
I don't believe I
That
don't
game,
think ever
I had
played
a
it.
hard time with that game. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I don't think I ever played through all the way that.
Still needs rigorous combat testing.
Don't get
Yeah.
me wrong, Yobi. I'm not disrespecting Tekken because I was a big fan of Tekken for the longest time. But when I bought Tekken versus Street Fighter, I was over it. I was like, yeah, I'm not a
But
Tekken guy.
yeah, Tekken was so much more button mashy than any other.
Yeah.
Any other
exactly.
three,
I-
yeah,
I didn't like
Last
that.
one you took that you took your PS2 with Tekken Tag down to everybody's house and everybody just button mashed.
Mash
Whoever
buttons, yeah.
mashed the button got didn't have to pass the controller.
Trust me, I'm full of bad takes. People say,
But I love all fighting. No, I love fighting games. I'll play fucking any fighting game. And love
people
it,
say
so.
Smash Bros is a fighting game. I say no, sir.
No,
it
except
is
for that.
not.
That ain't no fucking fight. Yeah.
That ain't no
that's
fucking
not a
fighting game.
That's not a fighting game.
There's a brawler. You want to call it a brawler? I'll give you that. It's not a
Yeah.
fighting game.
No.
To my knowledge,
not
But
a
there's a
Street Fighter
difference.
is
There's a
wrong.
difference, sir.
whatever the Trade Federation is doing there, it can't be legal.
People hate. I remember I put that on Twitter one time, and boy, Nintendo fanboys came after me. They were so mad. I'm like, you get mad all you want to. It's not a fighting game.
Yeah, I'm with you there. But yeah, Tekken 8. Now I'm excited for Tekken 8 just as much as as much as the
I wonder if
because
it'll show up in
love
Game
fighting.
Pass because seven showed up in Game Pass. That's how I played it.
Yeah, if it hadn't been money hatted by Sony to say no, that can't be in Game Pass, there's probably a good chance. That
What?
it might, yeah.
Ain't I right though? Wasn't Tekken 7 in Game Pass?
It ended up
I
in
remember
Game
playing
Pass,
it.
yeah. It ended up
Yeah.
in Game Pass, yep.
Because I never bought it. But I
It
played
wasn't
it.
like at first or anything, but yeah.
No, but it ended up in there.
It ended
for a
up in
little
there,
while.
yeah. So, and a lot of Bandai Namco's games ended up there even at launch or a little bit later on. So yeah, if Sony didn't sign some deal where it said no, you can't have that in Game Pass, then yeah,
Right.
there's a chance it'll end up in there. So, but either way, I'll probably end up buying that. Maybe if it's not at launch, I'll buy it when it goes on sale, the first time, because I just love fighting games.
Me too.
So that's I've just
Me
been
too.
infatuated with fighting games since fighting games existed. They just been my thing. And they were fun to play in the arcades. Easy, no, like you just put the quarter in and started fighting. And just get your ass kicked, play somebody.
Look at the chat, doggy. Look at what difference is the last comment.
My phone died, so I had to put it up. What does the chat say? What's the?
What difference says Street Fighter is emoji king crown emojis exclamation point, then king crown emoji exclamation point.
Right.
Said you spelled Killer Instinct in Mortal Kombat wrong, Split Difference.
No, I love Split Difference. I'm with you, man. I've just always been.
I love Street Fighter 2.
Street Fighter, Street Fighter's king. That is, Street Fighter 2 is just, man. Street Fighter 2 was just the shit back in the day. It got the ball rolling, and everything that followed after it.
We'll see how 6 plays out, but still to this day, one of my favorite. I'm gonna say he is my favorite because I played a lot of Street Fighters and I still love the Alpha series. But Street Fighter 4 was up there, dude.
Oh, Street Fighter 4 was awesome.
Yeah. They did a great job with that game. All the sport they did and all the things they did with it over time.
Yeah.
I still enjoy 3. I thought 3 was phenomenal. I'm not big on Gil, his half white, blue, and red ass, but he's full of shit. But what pissed me off about Street Fighter was it was only available on 5. It was only available on PlayStation. I actually went out and bought it on PlayStation because I had to. Not my preferred place to play it. And it was so lackluster, had no content. It was trash, dude. Trash. I said never again. And I didn't pick it up again, and that was launch. I didn't pick it up again until last year, doggy, with all the complete and all the DLC.
Right, that's the one when I got my PS5, I bought it and it was like on sale for like $5 or $10, and it had
cheap.
All the shit on it,
all
the shit, all the old stages and shit like that, and that was pretty cool. I thought that was pretty cool, it's like damn, but that was bullshit that it wasn't available. Like
that'd be like
that they did.
That'd be like Mortal Kombat coming out and not having fatalities in the game until later. Are you fucking shitting me?
Yeah.
No, that pissed me off. I don't give a fuck why they did it. I understand.
Oh no, yeah, that pissed me off about the Street Fighter 5. Yeah, that made me mad.
They were in trouble, and Capcom helped keep Capcom afloat. Sonic helped keep Capcom afloat with the funding of that game, and they did it for the fighting game tournament scene.
Ask
Square
how that's working for them right now.
Right.
Fuck you, Square. Keep your games off everything. Fucking
Doggy's going in on that.
Yeah, fuck them, man, dude. I'm glad. Empty where's your pocket? Your pockets are empty, aren't they, Square? Because
you know what?
You kept all your games from everybody, you fuckers.
People love Square Enix games, and I could give a fuck most of them about any of their games.
Their newer games.
I will say,
picks, but you could at least put out those pixel remasters on Xbox.
Right, one of the best games
Outriders.
they published. One of the best games they published. They didn't make it. They published it. Was Guardians of the Galaxy.
That was good. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Fucking phenomenal, dude.
Yeah, that game was fucking badass.
But that was who was that? That was Crystal Dynamics, right?
Yeah. Wait, was it? Yeah, was it Crystal Dynamics?
Was it Crystal? Right? Yeah. No.
Montreal. Eidos
Montreal. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I was getting confused for some fucking reason.
Yeah, and now they're part of what? Tencent, all right? Like, right?
Tencent. Didn't Embracer buy them?
Embracer. That's Sorry. Yeah. One of those two.
My Xbox should have picked them up, man.
And if they weren't mired in their whole fucking the ABK thing, they might have, picked them up at a good price.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
If they hadn't been in this damn knockdown drag out with corrupt politicians,
right?
Yeah. The deal could have been done already, or if they didn't have to ask permission from other countries to buy an American company to buy another American company, which is so goddamn stupid to me. I understand.
And then they have the American government giving them shit about it.
Yeah.
Fuck?
Oh my god.
We let a bunch of fucking foreign companies come in here and make money, but we don't want our own fucking companies making money anywhere.
Yeah, I don't get that.
That'll never make sense to me.
Trust me, this is the same reason why I don't understand why look, I'm very patriotic, and you may not like it, but Xbox is the home team, and people in America love to shit on Xbox, but they fucking lick Sony and Nintendo's fucking dirty asshole all the time and let them get away with fucking murder.
Yeah.
Like, get the fuck out of here. Support your brand, damn it. And I don't even do it because of that. I'm just an Xbox guy, but Xbox is the home team. But they get so much shit because it is, I guess because it is a Japanese company. They get the fuck out of here with that.
You know what? Microsoft gets shit because they're huge, right? And maybe they've made some missteps in the past, but Clowns was making some really good valid points yesterday on Lemon's show.
I was actually listening, believe
you
it or
tore it
not.
up on that show, Clowns. You were.
I was actually listening, believe it or not, Clown.
I was on the treadmill. I was on the treadmill listening to that motherfucker.
I had just got home and I was sitting there listening, you know, but I didn't chime in on chat. I do that a lot of times.
Yeah,
People don't know I'm there. Yeah.
I can't treadmill and chat at the same time. I fall off.
I need to see that show.
Clowns was on fire yesterday.
No, he was tearing it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna see that show. I'm gonna listen
Now
to
is
it.
not the time.
And Lemon had over 100 people in chat. See, that's how I know.
Yeah, he had like 100, 120, 30, something like that. Yeah. It was a good show.
I just don't understand. I was thinking, but see, and this is what my tweet about the PlayStation dudes that I work with. These dudes, this dude bought a PlayStation 5 because his Blu-ray drive on his PS4 went out, and I was like, I was expecting him to say why. When I asked him why did he buy it, I expected him to say some game. He said because the drive went out. I wanted to go, dude, you could have bought a fucking Blu-ray player for way cheaper than that, but I didn't. I didn't because I didn't want to be a like a dick. But I'm like. And I asked him, how many games you buy per year? And he's like, because I ask him all the time, have you heard of this? Have you heard of that? Have you played this? Have you played it? He said that he buys like 3 or 4 games a year. I'm like, dude, why do you buy a PlayStation? You can play that many games on your phone. Come on. I'm like, you basically bought a PS5 Blu-ray player. For what? They didn't even know about Hogwarts. I was like, Jesus Christ! You guys ain't gamers, man. You bought a PlayStation because the media told you to. That's the only reason you bought it.
Yeah, because you are easily influenced.
Make your own decisions. Have fun wherever you want to game, but man, do some research.
Well, Ben, he's a great guy, but he told me he's like, I didn't even buy the PS. I didn't even buy the PS4. I had a PS3, and then
there's also.
Not but whatever.
There's also just a lot of people who call my friends and they're like their friends bought the PlayStation, right? And they're like, oh, I want the PlayStation 2, but they don't think about the other competition.
Right. And
they just see like, yeah.
Sony's been around so long, their name has recognition. Not PlayStation brand does too, but Sony's itself. You put those two together, and people are just brainwashed. When like, what console you gonna buy PlayStation? You want to let you answer. What do you want to buy PlayStation? What about Xbox? And they go automatically go fuck Xbox. You're like, why? I don't know because
I was told to say that.
Yes. Like, oh my god.
Microsoft has a monopoly from the 90s.
Microsoft has DRM. They all do, dude. Every company has DRM.
Right. Yeah. Right. Jesus.
No, it just blows my mind the amount of these are great dudes I work with, but they all have PlayStations because commercials told them to, or
commercials, or you're a couple fucking like you're saying on Sunday on Axel show. Just the fucking exclusive. This one fucking exclusive they have.
I'm sorry to say this, and I hope I don't sound cruel, but people who are easily influenced usually have low IQs. They usually do.
Hey, that's not fair. I'm not easily influenced.
No, that's what I'm saying. You're not easily influenced. But the people that are usually have low IQs.
No, there's something. I mean, I'll give Sony credit. It goes to. I mean, they have such a deep
marketing. They're good
marketing and everything that when there's a place these dudes are so casual. These guys are so casual
And they know that. They know that. They know
yeah,
they got the fucking casual.
Yeah, they're casual as shit. You know, I mean, Ben said he buys like 3 or 4 games a year. He plays Madden.
They stole all the
NBA.
casuals back in '94 or '95 or whenever the fuck that first one came out. He took them.
I got him to buy God of War Ragnarok, the second one, because he bought the first one. He didn't even know the second one was coming out, and I'm just like, dude, you call yourself, you said he's a gamer, and that's why I started talking. I'm like, dude, you're not a gamer. And I know people get mad, you put that online. Dude, you're not a fucking gamer. You bought a fucking Blu-ray.
He's not a hardcore gamer like we are. He's still a gamer. He still plays
Yes.
games. But he enjoys like his 1, 2, 3, 4 games a year and don't think about the rest. We're just a minority, and we'll always be the minority that doesn't know shit. That knows everything about the games that comes out, every thing we follow.
Oh, I get that. I agree. But it just irks me. If you're a gamer, it seems like I just don't. It's hard for me because I've done it so long. Like, you enjoy gaming. You bought a $500 PS5 for a reason, other than, I guess, more so than just to play Blu-ray players, Blu-ray discs. But you don't keep up with it at all. Like, come on. I
gotta
never
get off here early, guys, tonight. Daughter stuff.
It's fine,
dude. Appreciate you even coming. I really do.
Yeah, appreciate you
Every
jumping
time.
in, man. You know that, man.
You're awesome, clown, Steve.
Thanks, guys. I'll be here for the full show next week. It's got a lot going on.
You better be.
You good, clown? Go do what you gotta do, man. Family first, man. You know
Yeah,
that.
Of course, man.
Yeah, take care, brother.
We'll see you next week, man.
Later, clowns.
Be good, clown. No, it just, you know, I know I'll look at it from a hardcore perspective and see what it turned into, tune into podcasts and all this, and tweet all the time, which I don't tweet all the time because I could actually give a fuck, because I think Twitter's fucking toxic trash. But
it is.
It just, I just don't know how you can be in the hobby and you don't follow any at all. These guys come to me now because they know I'm such a hardcore gamer. They come to me now and ask me about games.
Well, hey, they're smart for that, because you know, like, you play some games, so that's...
Well, you're also not biased like the most shits.
Yeah.
No, I can tell you right now, these dudes, and I work with like, I'm the only Xbox gamer that I know. The people I work with, I work in a big huge warehouse, but the crew I work with, I'm the only Xbox guy, like the only one, and there's like 5 PlayStation guys.
Yeah, you were talking about that, like I said, on Sunday on Axel Show on the Good Morning Xbox and stuff like that. They just buy the PlayStation because they know, like, these certain games are on PlayStation. They think they're only there, or there's an exclusive there, or whatever. You know, like, that's just their, you know.
Put it this way, doggy. I was talking about Starfield.
Right.
This one dude named Tyler. I've never brought him up before. This one dude named Tyler. I was talking. He's like, I never heard of that. I'm like, oh my god. I showed him the little launch trailer, or the trailer they've shown before months ago, whatever. And then I kind of explained it to him. I said, you know, what they've said. So this, real quick, I was beating. I was like, so think Skyrim in space. He's like, that sounds fucking awesome. He said, let me get it. He said, is it exclusive on Xbox? I said, yeah. He said, damn. Well, go buy an Xbox! Or
Right,
They give us a PC! What are you doing?
See, like, I know a few guys here in my town, dude. They would say the same thing to me. And he loves Skyrim. Like, I remember on his PS3, I'd go down to his house. He'd show, oh, I have Skyrim. I'm gonna check this game out, you know. And I didn't even play, you know. But like, if that's exclusive to Xbox, he's just like,
oh well, I can't fuck with it. It's like when you tell them that, doggy, it's like they've automatically stopped selling Xboxes, or they're like,
right,
oh well, shit out of luck.
I will say, like, every store I go to these days, right? When I go like to cat food, which is like basically Walmart or stuff, right? There's almost no Xbox games in the trays. It's all PlayStation and Nintendo, and that's also always been the case, like in Europe, where I live.
Well, it's getting worse now because the whole digital thing.
Yeah, all the Game Pass, right? So basically, Game Pass makes sure that they basically don't get any physical sales almost anymore.
Trust me, it's getting like that at GameStop too, and I go all the time to get the Xbox side is getting worse and worse because everybody wants. That's why I will not support the digital thing. That pisses me off. But I ain't going down that tangent.
damn. So that's even.
So I will tell you this, Jago. People have been doing different things about gaming for years, right? There's this Asmongold, he's been going against microtransactions for years, right? The predatory stuff and all the things that happened, like just microtransactions in general, like it started with the Forza armor in Oblivion, like everyone knows. He's been doing it for when the game came out, and he lost that battle, man, and he's popular. Like, if he can do it, what do you think one guy can do it?
I know. I mean, look,
it will not change, Diego. I'm just trying to burst your bubble here.
No, you ain't got to burst my bubble. I understand that's the way it's going, and I'm just a hardhead like Nuke Nukem. I'm just holding out. I will continue to support the physical media while it's around. I know I can't do anything about it. I'm on one man. You know what I'm saying? But I will enjoy it while it's here, because there's going to be one day GameStop's not going to be around. We're not going to have any video games in Walmart. You're not going to have any physical video games at all. And you're going to only buy them digital. And I will fight against that as a one-man army as long as I can. I'm sorry. Nope. yeah.
Go to Wichita!
And I know that may be...
Army couldn't hold me
That may not be a popular opinion, but that's how I am, man. I like to have something physical, man. I'm still old school. I like that feeling of unwrapping a box and, just having a disc. I don't, you guys know I have digital games, but...
What?
Yeah.
Jago! You don't got no fucking digital games. What are you talking about, dude? Come on.
Yeah, dude. I got Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is digital. Rise Son of Rome.
Diablo?
Oh, man, I am...
Diablo?
I actually sold it, Rise Son of Rome, like a dumbass, and then a game...
I still have my physical one, yeah.
Well, I actually sold it like a dumbass, and then I was like, I shouldn't have sold it. But then Games with Gold gave it away.
Yeah,
so
they gave it away.
Yeah, and I own it digitally now.
Yeah,
Give it away, give it away, give it away now.
Nice, that damn number just naming off random songs. Awesome.
I'm not. I understand that's the way the industry is going, because everybody likes it, and you can share and have share a game share partner. I understand that. I don't have
sharing is caring.
Awesome, man.
I don't have it.
It's so cool. Like when you have a game share partner, you just buy half of the games, he buys the other half, and you're both happy.
Get it.
You spend less money.
I don't game share with anybody,
I don't either. I don't want to give somebody.
So that has no advantage for me. There's zero advantage for me. So.
Yeah, because you're.
I don't want to give
school.
somebody my account. Yeah, it's like don't.
Because you're old school, Jago.
Yeah.
As soon as you change your ways and there is no physical anymore, which will happen in the next 10 years, in my opinion, it will happen next 10 years. I'm sure of this.
And I just want to own every game that I play. I just want to own the motherfucker, whether, I don't need I don't want somebody else to buy it and me play it.
I'm not seeing it stand more than 10 years from now, to be honest.
What's that? What, physical?
Yeah, physical games, yeah.
Oh, yeah, 10 years. Damn,
at
the most.
And see, that's a whole nother can of worms what fucking Yobi brings up. He's talking about the internet service providers and their ISPs and their data caps. And see, that's a whole other thing.
Well, we're getting gigabyte speeds. We're getting to fiber and stuff. Do you think that's it's not gonna go down? It's only gonna go up. There will be less data caps. There will be.
Oh, I just gotta pay the $40 and that gets rid of that whole thing.
I pay 60 for mine. I pay 60 for my gigabytes.
I'm the old man in the room that says, "Get off my lawn" when you talk about digital games. I get it. I know.
Quit shitting on my lawn.
Yeah. I know that's the way it's going, but I'm gonna enjoy it while I can, because one of the reasons
you kids stay off my fucking grass.
One of the reasons is too is because I got rid of so many physical games as a kid. I wish I could have all those back now. So I'm enjoying collecting as an adult that I can afford gaming and I don't have to get rid of the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like King Dave a while ago, he's like, "You still got your original PS3?" I'm like, he's like, "That's a big deal." I'm like, "Yeah, I know how much it's worth. I'm not getting rid of it, so whatever."
I wonder what one I had, and so I bought a PS3 off somebody for $20. I just wanted it just for the Blu-ray player, cause they come over like, "You want to buy this $20?" I'm like, "Ooh, yeah."
Right.
It was one that it slid the top slid over, and you put the disc.
I have that one, doggy. That was the PS3 Slim. That's the last.
Okay,
PS3
so
I
I
had.
didn't have anything worth a shit. Yeah, I mean, it was a piece of shit. And I'm telling you, like, when you went into the store and stuff on it, it was slower than fucking molasses, too. I was like, this thing runs like shit.
Yeah! Yeah, I agree, Yobi. And Yobi said, like I
Mother?
said, until they sort that out, physical will still be around. Yeah, it will. And I'm gonna enjoy it while it's here.
Yeah, so that PS3 I had was like it wasn't nothing great then, right?
And Jay,
Yes.
okay. You said you bought the most expensive version of Dead Island 2. Are you talking about?
No, I didn't buy the most expensive version. I did not.
Okay.
I did.
Okay, I was gonna say because the most expensive version I saw was like the $100 version that was physical.
Get this.
No.
Get this. The version I bought was the cheapest version. It was still $100.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Canadian.
Blame
fuck.
Canada.
I'll be
Yeah,
with,
that's right.
but I'm gonna be with Jago. All right, dude. As soon as Mortal Kombat has that trailer and shows that fucker off, I'm looking on Amazon or wherever it is, and I'm buying that fucking
yes, sir.
collector's edition physical, and it's gonna, it will be
Yes,
in my
sir.
hands. I don't
So
care
what
if
do
it's
you
10 or-
like? Let's speculate here. What do you think the physical, like the collector's edition, would have? If you, because we've got a lot of stuff from Mortal Kombat, the collector's editions, like the Scorpion mask, right?
Yeah, I
Right.
mean, how can they top?
Um,
Yeah, for a reboot. So
I
for a
don't
reboot,
know.
collector's edition.
Like the emblem
What
of
can
Mortal Kombat, maybe, like on your wall or something.
Maybe the collector's edition
Ooh,
will have
that'd be
maybe the
cool.
collector's edition will have a collector's edition version of the Great Kung Lao's razor sharp hat. Who knows?
Yeah. Shit.
You know, who knows? Not actually sharp. It just. looks sharp.
If really, I think like that emblem is like the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, I don't know how they could top themselves on what they've done. Yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be
with the
cool if
mask,
they had-
I don't
yeah.
know, man. That was fucking awesome. I wanted it so bad, I didn't have the money. I was like, oh man.
Yeah,
I can
I'm
actually
gonna.
still,
I'm.
like, I can still buy it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you
Yeah,
can go look on eBay.
I'm sure you
and
can
fucking
for like
scalpers,
$1,000.
fucking-
Yeah. No.
See how?
I'll buy that.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna be ready before the scalpers get this edition. I'm gonna be there ready.
You'll
Like
never
if
be faster than Robot though. To be
And,
honest.
and if you
Oh, I don't know.
if you lived overseas, remember, doggy, they got the Sub-Zero mask. You know that, right?
You got a
What?
Sub-Zero mask and
Really?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, the overseas, Europe on that way, they got the Sub-Zero mask.
Well, see,
Even I
got-
didn't know
they got,
that.
They got screwed because Scorpion was cooler.
I mean, I love Scorpion more, but still. I
Yeah,
want
no,
both.
it'd be cool to have found that edition and been able to have got that. Yeah, and have both. That'd be.
Y'all guys didn't know that? I was like, holy
Yeah,
shit.
I didn't know that. Huh.
Okay, let me check because I think I hold on. Let me see.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna put a picture of both of them in the Retro Renegades DM so you guys can see it.
Oh, yeah, I need to go get my phone again. I'm sure it's charged.
Okay, I just put the picture of the Scorpion mask we got on this side of the pond and the Sub-Zero mask that you can get overseas in the Retro Renegades DM.
Time to be.
Oh man, that's cool. Fuck.
You see that?
Yeah.
So we got 10 minutes left. I wanted to. My camera's dead, so I can't bring my camera back up. I wanted to show you guys something, but I'm gonna do something else. Just give me a second.
Plug it in, Jay. Plug it in.
I did. My camera. I was messing with my camera during the stream, and I deactivated it by mistake. And I'm
Right.
afraid that it's going to crash OBS if I fuck around with it. So I'm just gonna leave it off. We don't
Yeah.
need it on.
Yeah, no point in crashing the show 10 minutes for it. Yeah.
No,
That's why I didn't think you were there a while ago. When I was
No.
asking Jay.
I'm here. I'm here. But I am gonna try to do something here. So you
Someone
guys-
sells it for $149 at the moment. Scorpion mask.
Oh no shit.
That's cheaper than what it was
On
brand new.
PlayStation 4
Really?
on Amazon in America.
Huh.
Don't get me looking at Amazon and making me spend money, Flamish.
Yeah, Flamish, what are you doing, dude?
You know I'm good at this shit, right? You know I'm good at that shit.
I know. Stop it. I don't need to be. I don't know. I missed my chance on that. That's I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm not. No looking.
By the way, you can get that mask actually cheap from Etsy as well, like 3D printed. I know it's not the same, but it looks exactly the same. So why would you even buy it in a collector's edition?
Well, I'm just gonna pretend that it's not available for sale anywhere, and I'll get the Mortal Kombat 12 or 1 collector's edition.
I can get that mask for 75 euros on Etsy.
I'm gonna be honest. I would love to have it as a collector, but if you can't fucking wear it, you know what I'm saying? Like,
It is
I'm
the
okay.
same size. It's human size. Like I can actually just.
Oh yeah, you're right. You could. That's right.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
But
Yeah.
it's just basically like 3D printed, like with actual like bling bling. It's not the same, but hey, I mean you can do a lot of stuff with a 3D printer nowadays.
This is gonna be a special episode because we have games on the screen that maybe are gonna play themselves with nobody playing them.
It's amazing.
That's what they had back in the day, right? We don't have this shit anymore, Jacob.
This is actually this is a tracked mode right here. Yeah. Yeah.
Let it
you
go.
have Nariko.
Let it go, Jacob. Let it all go. It's gone. It's
Oh.
never returning.
Yeah, I want to show you guys something. Just let me get this shit up.
How are you gonna show us, Jay? Your camera.
I'm gonna bring it. I'm gonna bring it on the big screen.
Oh, okay.
You talk amongst yourselves
Oh, okay.
while I get
okay.
this shit done.
Okay. Got you. So,
Yes.
what's one game coming up with the Xbox show in June that you guys want to see, or something that Phil Spencer said that we haven't seen that you hope we'll see?
Well, I
I'm
just
just
want to see
curious.
more about like Avowed or something like that.
Avowed, yeah, I
Avowed
want to see Avowed.
Killer Instinct, Bandai Namco.
They also
yeah.
there's a rumor apparently from just Gordon, right?
Right.
You know the guy.
Yeah.
That
yeah.
that is actually gonna talk them more over what's coming in more than 12 months as well.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, they need to do away with that 12-month bullshit. They didn't do nothing but
Oh
fuck them.
yeah, I would.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think they're.
that was
sticking
a
to that,
stupid
yeah.
decision. That was a stupid decision. Especially, it would have been fine, Flamish, if they had met the goals and said every game they said was going to come out came out. But guess what? Some of them didn't, and it just made them look even dumber. So they don't need to do that again. No.
No, they probably will listen to the public on that. It's just too quick of a turnaround of what's actually coming out that they need to change that up.
And you never know what's going to happen in development either. You can't
That's
put a.
right.
I mean, yes, we won't date as gamers, but we're not the ones developing it. We're not the ones that are inside here and all the shit that's going on. Don't put yourself in a fucking box like that. That's
Right.
just dumb.
So guys, you guys keep talking, but I just want to let you guys know that I'm since this is Retro Renegades, I went to a retro concert last night. Megadeth. I went and saw Megadeth last night, and I want to show you guys some of the photos and videos from this that I took last night. So if you guys want to go and look at the screen, or if you can't look at the screen now,
I'm
maybe
looking
tomorrow.
at the screen now,
Maybe
Jay.
tomorrow you can watch it.
On my 75-inch TV. Come on.
There you go. I'm gonna bring these up. So yes, so this was me standing in line. So there's a big lineup to get into the place.
Right.
This was the opening band named Oni, and if you notice, the lead singer was a big boy, but it was actually pretty. It was a good show. They put on a good show, and then the singer was kind of like a growly metal singer, but I didn't mind it at all. The instrumentation was really awesome. It was really fun.
Right.
I just had a couple different shots of these guys. They were headbanging. They had the mosh pit going. It was a lot of fun. These guys were really great. So yeah, they were called Oni. I'm not sure where they were from. I'm assuming Canada, maybe Western Canada.
They were from Canada, Jay.
Canadian.
Canada, yeah, that's my word.
Canadian.
So here's a video I'm gonna play. You probably can't hear the sound, but that's okay. Can you guys hear the sound?
I can hear it a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Play it again.
If you notice, he's a growly guy.
What you saying, Jay? You didn't work today.
Yeah, no. And to be honest with you, I'm not huge into the growly music, but these guys are pretty cool. This is some shots of the mosh pit. It's hard to take video of it because the lights are flickering so much, right?
Right, yeah, that's the camera.
Yeah.
It's trying to focus and it can't.
Yeah, I know it doesn't. It doesn't know what the hell to do, right?
Yeah, right. The light source keeps changing.
Yeah. Then Bullet for My Valentine came on. So if you can see how close I was to the stage, those are my seats. Not bad at all.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, that's cool.
There's me. I took a selfie. I never take selfies. I was wearing my only Megadeth.
I see now. I see why.
I was wearing my only Megadeth shirt. That Megadeth shirt is 20 years old.
Damn.
Yeah.
Jay, you're gray. You're gray, Jay. Your beard is gray. Looks like mine.
Yeah, it's getting a little gray. You're right.
Mine's the same way, Jay. A little bit right here at the bottom, just like mine.
That's okay. That's okay. That just says that I'm I'm experienced. I'm
You're
wise.
Seasoned. You're seasoned.
That's right.
This
was the opening of Bullet for My Valentine.
No, he's seasoned.
I know. I was joking.
I thought you. I didn't know. Spooky! He said, "Oh, Megadeth!"
Yeah, these guys are playing Carmina Burana. It was one of my favorite classical pieces before they come out on stage. Really cool. Just fast forward a bit. Here's where they all jump out. Check this out. And you notice when the colors change, the focus goes all to shit.
Oh,
right, yeah.
Because
damn, that's making my eyes fucking water.
Because the camera, you can't focus.
Yeah, they were awesome. I'll fast forward to the next one. I actually have a couple good videos of them singing. These guys are good musicians. These guys know how to sing. Like the lead singer of Bullet for My Valentine. He almost sounds like a Rob Halford from Judas Priest. He's got that classical sound. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I was really impressed with these guys.
How long?
Oh, they're a cool band.
Yeah,
I remember
really
them from back in like 2012, 2000.
How long of a drive did it take you to get there, to the concert? Or was it close by?
It was only 30 minutes.
Oh, that don't bad.
Shit, hell yeah.
Okay, I took this picture, then I realized I turned my camera upside down or sideways.
30 minutes from me is another cornfield.
Watch this craziness. I don't know why I flipped the camera. I was being stupid at the time. But,
Were you drinking, Jay?
I was not.
Smoking?
So here's the thing. I do not drink during a concert because I'm so old that if I drink anything, I got to piss 3 times. I didn't want to miss. I didn't want to miss anything. So I did not drink anything.
That's one of their songs.
Yeah, check out this mosh pit.
Another awesome band.
What's up, Trin? Trin will appreciate this stuff. Her and Spooky.
Yeah, you got Spooky to chime back in chat. It's gone quiet.
They have another real man. They have they have a lot of good songs. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They had like quite a few of them on Rock Band and stuff.
So listen to this one. Listen to the singing.
I hear it. It's very low.
Yeah, they had some good songs. They were a big fan.
Spooky said I'm headbanging over here. Let's go! Go! Nobody make that. Somebody out here.
Yeah, these guys are great. I really enjoyed them.
I'm glad you had fun, Jerry.
I had a great time. So let me get.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah.
Let me get to some Megadeth. You got to see the Megadeth stuff. Okay, here's some Megadeth stuff. Let me find the opening video.
We all need to let her hair down once in a while.
This is the opening video when they first came out.
You literally can let your hair down, dog. You still have hair.
Dave Mustaine.
Dave Mustang. He drives a Mustang.
He must not stank.
Dave Mustang.
What's happening, Geekstorian? We're just showing some. We're just showing some clips from the concert I was at last night.
Well, okay, so was Dave Mustaine originally in Metallica?
Yes, he was the lead guitarist.
Yeah.
Right, and then like, did he like? Was he getting fucked
And
up
they
stuff?
said
kicked him out?
they fired his ass after so they recorded the first album, and before they went on tour, they fired his ass.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it was because he drank a lot and he was not showing up for rehearsal. They knew he wasn't reliable at that moment. But I mean,
Right.
they were all in their 20s.
Right.
Yeah.
Who's
y'all about
reliable in their 20s?
Right. You're all about getting fucked up and partying.
That's right.
Yeah, and they were at the California at the Whiskey A Go Go
Yeah.
or something like that.
Oh, yeah. So the Whiskey A Go-Go is famous for its glam stuff. But back in LA,
Yeah.
back in the 80s, there was a big a battle between the glam and the thrash.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like Motley Crue and Metallica had beef. Put it that way.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
Spooky said he and James Hetfield dislike each other a lot. Yeah, I've heard that. I don't
Well,
know.
and although
Because of
yeah, so I mean, I think they've made amends by now because
Probably by now, yeah.
they were already they toured about 10 years ago at the Big Four, the Big
Yeah.
Four concerts.
right, yeah.
They were all, and Dave come up on stage and played with Metallica and stuff. So I think
Yeah, you
I think
figure that's
they're all polite to each other.
20 years ago, yeah.
Yeah.
They're to the age now they realize the shit they were mad about each other back then ain't worth being mad about now.
Yeah,
Yeah, so yeah, Dave Mustaine was originally in Metallica.
that's right.
Right, yes.
Right, yep.
Yeah, so
And
he
then,
was
Whiskey
replaced by
Go-Go
Kirk
Days and
Hammett.
all that shit.
He was replaced by Kirk
Right.
Hammett.
Damn, Doug, you brought up some fucking old school knowledge.
yeah. I did like a speech on Metallica back in speech class one time and shit. Like I love Metallica back in the 90s, back in the day, 80s, 90s and stuff. Yeah.
There's a lot of people don't know that, know what you just brought up. A lot of people don't know that.
Really? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then like Cliff, Cliff dying in the bus crash,
Right.
from the black ice. and
They
that
were over.
shit,
They
yeah.
were over in Europe when he died.
Yep.
Yeah. They hit the black ice and shit. Yeah. And then Newstead took over.
Newstead took over in '85, I think.
Yeah, or 86 or something. Yeah,
Yeah.
right out.
Somewhere
Yeah.
out of there.
And then and then
in '87 was Injustice for All, and that was their first album with him. And
Was that '87
and you
or
could tell the
'88?
difference, and you could tell the difference in the sound. The
Yeah,
bass
like-
just sounded more tinny and shit. It just didn't sound the same.
Well, the thing was that Cliff was so good. Like,
Yeah,
just go listen to
Orion-
Anesthesia. Go listen to
Orion
Anesthesia. Yeah. Orion or Anesthesia. Go listen to either of those songs.
Oh yeah, Anesthesia. Yeah.
You'll realize that Cliff was a
Yeah.
god on the bass.
Yeah.
And
Right.
when
Right.
Jason came into the band, he was almost hazed for the first 15 years of his life because he would never live up to Kirk or never live up to Cliff, and they could never get over the fact that Cliff was gone. So that's why you go listen to And Justice for All, you can barely hear the bass. They
Right.
turned his
Yeah, and
bass
it had
right
more of a
down.
tinny- It had more of a tinny sound
Yeah.
to it. Yeah, it just wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't as pronounced or profound, whatever the hell that word would be. Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, so these are the shots I took.
But Newstead was still. He
He was a great
awesome.
bassist.
Yeah.
But he was never given the opportunity to really show his potential.
Shine. Yeah, really, never really shine. Yep.
yeah.
And let me play one of these videos. was Wake Up Dead. They did all the hits. Oh, and they even did a song where what's his name came out. Vic Rattlehead came out. I think I showed you that picture. Or I showed
Look,
you
you
that
said
clip.
Cliff and Kurt flipped a coin for the top bunk on the bus, so it
Yeah.
could've been Kurt on top.
Yeah,
Man,
and then that situation
nice,
is true.
yeah.
Like that literally saved Kirk's life, which is crazy to think about.
Yeah, I remember hearing. I forgot about that. I remember hearing about that.
Right. Let's
Right.
go. Nice.
Oh, yeah, they played Tornado of Souls. Look at the set for Tornado of Souls.
Jesus, yeah, that's awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm not reacting because I'm
Sorry?
not behind the PC. Like, you know.
One thing I noticed with this concert, they didn't have a lot of pyrotechnics, and I'm wondering if the venue has new rules against it.
Probably.
Yeah, because there was no fireworks, no nothing, just light show and video screens.
Well,
The amount of people, could that be the case?
Maybe.
Well, over the years, in the past, we've had like small nightclubs performing with pyrotechnics and shit to set the nightclub on fire. You know what I'm saying? So maybe like something that changed didn't end the pyrotechnics. Just a safety thing, I'm sure. Well, if you could put up big screens like they got on stage, you can still have some kind of light show or something to add to the show itself. So, yeah.
I remember we went to Monday Night Raw back in the late '90s, and they set off all those pyrotechnics and shit in there, and you could feel the fucking.
You could feel the
heat
thunder, the
off
boom,
the and the heat and,
and
shit
the
off
boom.
of them. Yeah, it's like,
yeah.
woo! I don't know how
Boom.
the fuck this place doesn't catch on fire. Yeah, you know, it was like in the Rosemont Horizon and
Okay,
shit like
so-
so yeah, the smaller places. Yeah,
I know we've gone 8 minutes past, but I do want to play one more video, which was the
Yeah.
last video of the night when Dave was out and he was thanking everybody, and we were all waiting for that song. And you know what song it was? Holy Wars. They didn't play Holy Wars till the second encore,
Oh shit!
Nice.
Oh.
and we were waiting and waiting and waiting, and then they finally did it. It's like, Thank God.
That's how you keep the fans in the stand.
I guess you're right.
They call it an encore. Say it with us, kids. Encore.
Second encore, actually.
Well, there's always that one.
I got
song
that for the Blake
that-
Fox thing. Yeah.
There's always that one song that like most people will agree on that a band does. They always hold that motherfucker to last for an encore. You know that. That's just trying to keep people in seats.
Blake 182. They're like, now guys, we're gonna tell you how it's gonna go for the rest of the show. Is we're gonna play this last song, and then we're gonna come back out and play 2 more songs anyway. You know how all those other bands do. They're like, hey, thanks a lot. And then they walk off stage, and you know those motherfuckers are coming back out for 2 more songs anyway. They call it an encore. Say it with us, kids.
I think they just keep it on the check that if something happens they can do the encore, maybe someone
Right.
gets involved. Right? But they just keep them like on the list.
Oh yeah. No, they always coming out for that.
They already have that shit planned.
That
You know what
shit's-
I'm saying?
Oh, of course they do.
That's just playing with the fans' emotions to get them hyped up for it. That's all they do. You know, they do that on purpose. That's all.
Yeah.
Wait, no, don't go away!
Like Tom said, man, it's you know those motherfuckers coming back out for 2 more songs anyway.
Most bands do it.
Oh my god, so tired, Jesus.
I'm gonna turn the volume down a bit. Okay, so
I
check
love
this
Blake
out.
182. That was a great band.
So Dave's out here, and he's celebrating, throwing out pics to people. There he goes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Yep. That's cool.
It was the best encore they could have done too, because everyone was waiting for it.
Clement, you sound like it's late over there in your neck of the woods.
Yeah, it is.
So late, man. You may as well.
And I can sit
Stay
behind the
on-
desk
stay
so I
up.
can't even see what's going on, which is so shitty. I'm seeing from all the way over here. And I see like a small frame with pictures. It's like, I want to see from close.
The only thing that's sad about Megadeth is that Dave is the only original member.
Yeah.
That's it.
Now. Yeah. Now.
Yeah, I mean Dave Elfson was gone, then came back. He's the original member. He came back for about 5-6 years, and now there was a bunch of controversy about about a year or two ago about him being accused of grooming a young woman or something,
Oh God.
and then they cut ties with him. It was like, but
Of
then he
course.
wasn't even proven guilty of it.
Yes, but you know nowadays you just gotta cut ties. It's the whole optics of it. You know. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, we cut ties. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's all
We're good now.
cancel culture basically
Yeah,
that they
yep.
just.
Yep. Yeah,
Because
that's all it
otherwise
is.
people get mad and they.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it. Well, anyway, gentlemen, we had a great show.
We did.
Uh,
Yeah, fuck yeah, that's a great idea.
Big thanks
man.
to Clowns for showing up. Big thanks for
Hey.
David for showing up.
King
Yes.
David, yes sir.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You guys in the chat that come every week. Appreciate
Yeah,
you
you're
guys so
awesome.
much.
And
Yeah.
all you guys, all 1.5 of you that listen on the audio platform, thank you. I'm kidding. You know, it's more
Yeah,
than
we get about
we
6
love you.
people.
we love
Yeah,
you.
well, yeah, think
yeah.
about Spotify and stuff.
Every
Spotify.
person is a person that's awesome, man.
We sometimes get Dragon Spice.
Yeah.
Hey.
He shows up.
Hey, look at that haircut. Hey, he's such a young kid. Look at him. That's when he was like 24. No.
I can't
So-
see the screen. You're bullying me.
So if anyone has not, who's watching the show, has not liked and has not subscribed, you know what? You can subscribe if you want to. That's not a big deal to us. But at
it don't
least
hurt
like
you.
what we're doing. That shows
Right.
us that we're doing something good, and we appreciate you guys doing
Yeah.
it. You know,
Yeah,
For
if you liked
difference-
it, go ahead and like it.
First ever said, hell yeah, we still at it, man. Yes, sir. We about to stop this whenever. Yeah. Don't forget to like and subscribe, or at least thumb it up or thumb it down. I don't matter. It don't matter.
stick your thumb up your butt. I don't care.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like it and then stick your
And-
thumb up your butt and then comment,
And,
you
ma-
know.
and make
that's
sure
what's
you share it out and you tag like 1,000 people on Twitter. Just tag everybody. Just
Yeah.
until your characters run out. Yeah.
Okay.
Annoy the shit out of people with Retro
Yeah.
Renegades.
Yeah, tag Dave Mustaine while you're at it too, man.
Yeah, there you
Like
go.
the show, right? Yeah.
He would like that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So yes, well, thank you everybody. We'll see you guys next week. Maybe Infinite will be back if he's not super busy. He's been working long nights. He hasn't been able to host, but
We love you, Infinite. You're awesome.
we love you,
Yeah,
bro.
we
Hopefully
love
you.
we love you a long time, or
Yes.
maybe 30 seconds.
That's
but,
right.
you know.
We hope you get some
That is a pretty long time,
peace and
actually.
quiet. He's also been working on his bathroom lately. So he's been renovating his
gotta have-
bathroom.
He's been
You
loving
gotta-
himself a long time then.
You gotta have
There.
a peaceful place to take it. You gotta have a peaceful place to take a shit, Jay. We
Yeah.
know.
You're right.
Love yourself.
Well, on that, we'll talk to you guys next week. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Be good. Later. And remember,
Goodbye.
live! Fucking Xbox fraud.
Yeah, X frauds or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.